Hi everyone, this is Darcy and we are live, and today I'm going to show you an amazing tutorial that I just found out and I wanted to share with you guys on this live with the ZIIP Beauty Microcurrent. I'm going to show you today a live tutorial for wrinkle smoothing that will give you instant results, and I'm literally blown away. I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to show my before and afters on this video. I'm going to show a full tutorial, and at the end we're going to answer all your questions on the chat. So the way my lives go is at the end of my lives, I always make sure to put timestamps below in case you're watching this as a replay. You can go straight to the tutorial or any part of this video. And if this is helpful to you, please make sure to do a like and subscribe as well to my channel, because it really helps me be able to continue to make videos for you guys. So always check the timestamps below. At the end of the video, at the end of the live, I usually go through and I put all the timestamps because my lives usually go long, because I love chatting with you guys, answering all your questions, and doing a lot of tips. I'm enjoying a lot doing these lives, and I would love for you guys to come join me, or if you're watching as a replay, always check the timestamps below so you can go anywhere in this video. Also, it would be so helpful if you subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you know when I go live. Right now I'm going live at different times. I'm going to try to do more of a set schedule. So also make sure to comment below if any specific time or days of the week works for you. And I love doing these lives, and my goal is to do lots more of these. That way we can hang out and answer all your questions. So today on this video, I will show the full tutorial of the ZIIP. And the tutorial I'm showing today is called Filter Finish. It's from the app, and I'm going to go into details that part when I go to the tutorial. And I've never done this tutorial before. I tried this week and I was so surprised. It's one of the newer tutorials that were added to the app, which I will have a video with all the app updates soon as well, going through a lot of the tutorials. But I didn't include this one because I wanted to do on the live because it really blew me away. And it's called Filter Finish because it gives you instant smoothing of the wrinkles. It ironed out my wrinkles, and I'll show you the before and afters now. And it literally blew me away because not all microcurrent devices work for wrinkle smoothing. Most of microcurrent devices that I talk about on my channel work for lifting the muscle. It does relax your wrinkles a little bit, but it doesn't really smooth them out. MyoLift Mini also has a setting for wrinkles, but honestly, the MyoLift Mini setting works great, but you don't have the instant results that this gave me. So that's why I want to share with you guys, because I was blown away. And on my before and afters, I showed the immediate results and the next day results too, so you guys can see which kind of thing you can expect. And that's what I like to do on my channel, be very honest and show you what you can expect. Because honestly, with any tools, you have to keep using to keep up the results. And the ZIIP does have long-term results, but so far, from all the microcurrent devices I have tried, this instant result really blew me away. And I'm going to start now with the before and afters. And again, if this video is helpful, make sure to like. It really helps my channel, and I really appreciate you guys for that. So let me start with my before and afters from immediately doing this tutorial that I'm going to be showing today. This is literally right after the tutorial, before and after. And I'm explaining that because I was also really surprised because I wasn't expecting that much. I was expecting just a little smoothing, but it literally ironed out my wrinkles. I'm 45 years old, so I do have deeper wrinkles. So if you are younger than me with very fine lines, a lot less deeper, you will probably be completely smoothed out. And that's why it's called Filter Finish, because it kind of gives you that filtered look. It kind of makes your face less tired, and it literally smooths out the wrinkles. And the way the ZIIP achieves that, I'm going to briefly talk about what the ZIIP is in case you don't know. The ZIIP is a microcurrent device, but it has different types of currents. It has microcurrent and nanocurrent. It's the only device that has those two currents, but it also has different waveforms. And I talk about on the ZIIP video, and I'll leave that in the description box below if you want even more info. But I want to mention to you why it happens. Because it contains waveforms that target the wrinkles. And not all microcurrent devices have variety of waveforms, and this one does, and that's why it's so unique, and that's why you get those results. Not all microcurrent devices will smooth out the wrinkles because they don't have the actual settings for that, and this one does, which is crazy. Let me show you the before and afters and we can talk more about it. So I'm going to show first the right side, Good morning, everybody that is joining in on the chat. Thank you so much for being here. I will go into the chat at the end of the video, so hang in there, ask your questions, and I'm so appreciative all being here. So let's start with the before and afters right now from immediate results. So this is the before and after from using the ZIIP device on the filter finish setting from the app. Immediate results. There's no Photoshop here. I literally did right after with the same lighting. And you can see the results you can expect from this tutorial that I'm going to show you today is that it irons out, especially the etched fine lines, which I do have. And also even the deeper fine lines, it has literally ironed out. And that's what she talks about on the description, which I'll go into pretty soon. So that is the before and after from the immediate results, like right after. And then I took a before and after of the next day because I know you guys want to know, does this last? Obviously, any tool will give immediate results. I mean, not any tool will give immediate results, but when you get immediate results, you have to keep using to keep up the results. And the ZIIP also has cumulative results. But I wanted to show you the next day because I was also curious to see if the next day I was going to have no wrinkles. Obviously, there's nothing that will, delete your wrinkles forever. Even Botox, you have to keep doing it, but this is no Botox, but it does work, especially if you do it before an event. So I'm going to show you the next day in the morning because I want to show you what to expect the next day. On the first day, this is what happened. Immediate, completely smooth out. On the next day, some of the wrinkles did come back, obviously because I don't have any Botox, so I do facial expressions. But I wanted to pay attention to something on the next day, which really blew me away, is that even the deeper wrinkles that I have are shorter and less pronounced, and the finer wrinkles were not back. They are still smoothed out. Obviously, as I continue smiling, living my life, they will come back, but doing the tutorial that I'm going to show you today again, we'll continue smoothing them out, and it is cumulative. It will help with long term, but that's what I've noticed if you're somebody older like me, 45, 46 or older, if you have deeper wrinkles, they will come back, but smoother. And as you continue doing the tutorial, they'll get more smoother. So I'm going to show you the immediate results right here, completely blurred out and relaxed. And the very next morning, so now you know what to expect because I'm a very honest channel. So obviously you will get some of the wrinkles back if you have deeper wrinkles, but I was blown away that my finer wrinkles and the etched lines were not fully backed. So that is pretty amazing. Now I'm going to show you my left side. And this is on my left side of my face. Oh, actually, sorry, because I do on I do it on my iPhone. I'm not on my phone, so it's the opposite. But anyway, so this is my other eye. You can also see a lot of etched lines, deeper wrinkles, and I do look tired as well, which I'm always tired. I don't sleep much, guys. I have a toddler, and my husband is going through some things right now too, so it's I'm always tired. So I do want to mention that because if I was earlier, like on my 20s or my 30s, I probably would be like flawless, which is the purpose of this video, of this filter. So I'm so surprised because I'm getting a lot of more etch lines. And I did tell you guys that I stopped my tools in December, November. So when I do microcurrent or radio frequency or the neural laser on that area, it does help my lines, but I stop all of that. So this is the perfect time to show you what you can expect. So this is the immediate after, blown away, and then I'm going to show you the next day. Yes, some of the lines did come back, but they are still almost like, again, a filter, and I do not have any filter. I swear to God, I am an honest channel, and that's why I'm showing you the next day, because I know I'm going to get that question. Is a permanent results? Obviously, nothing is permanent, not even Botox, and I don't have any. If you have Botox, you probably don't have those lines, but as somebody with no Botox, I have all my movements, and, they tend to have lines there because the muscle. So you can see the next day, the deeper lines did come back, but they're still pretty blurred out. And the finer lines, especially under the eyes, gone. So I'm like, again, let me go to the before. Immediately after, the next day in the morning, I'm still puffy. I literally wanted to take the photo for myself, which is so important, guys. Always make sure to take before and afters, because a lot of times we look at ourselves all the time and we may not be able to really see. And I didn't take a photo here of that, but I'm going to tell you that I also found that even smiling, it did relax the actual depth of my dynamic wrinkles, which are the wrinkles that come when you smile. And that's why I have those lines, because I smile. I have a toddler. He makes me so happy. So I smile all the time and they get back, you see? But doing this tutorial, literally ironed them out. And the next day they were still pretty smooth, but obviously I'm still moving. I have all my movements. So some of them did come back. But with consistent use, I feel like I can keep them at bay and pretty nice, because usually to get those results, I would have to use the Neuro laser, which I have done videos before. I'm currently using the Neuro laser on my hoods. I have a eye hood challenge. Make sure you check that lives as well, because I'm really, really impressed with the results, but I'm not using the Neuro underneath my eyes. The Neuro usually helps with those lines, but I'm not using it. Radio frequency also helps with those lines, but I'm not currently using it. So this is just the ZIIP, which blew me away. So that is the results that you can expect with the tutorial I'm going to show you today. And it's an 8-minute tutorial, super quick. So I feel like you can do this right before makeup if you have an event and you need to look your best and you're tired and the lines are showing. Definitely use this tutorial. I don't know what sorcery she put in this, but it works. And as I mentioned before, the MyoLift Mini also has a wrinkle smoothing setting, but you do not get those immediate results with the MyoLift Mini. You may get them in long term, but it also still works. So the only 2 microcurrent devices that I know that really target actual wrinkles, because they have the waveform and the current for that type of treatment, is the MyoLift Mini and the ZIIP. But if you want like very fast results, the ZIIP will give you those. And that is my honest, true opinion. And I'm so blown away that I'm excited to share with you guys. I'm going to start trying more of the app tutorials, and I'll have a whole dedicated video on it on my channel, going through the app, showing all the tutorials, because I'm actually learning the new tutorials too, and really impressed with what they added. They even have a tutorial for plumping, like plumping your cheeks and plumping the under eyes, and to give you more volume. Again, no microcurrent can do that, so she probably put special waveforms here to do that, and I will try that next. So keep an eye on my channel for that. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if it's helpful for you. So now I'm going to go into the tutorial. Oh yeah, very, very quick, guys. Before I go into the tutorial, this is also why I wanted to do this video today, because my ZIIP is having a special promotion for Valentine's Day. So if you're interested, if this is helpful, if you were thinking about getting this device, and you were thinking about it, it is expensive, but again, I told you before, I had since 2016, and is a very good quality device. They have a promotion now that you can get 25% off until February 14th with my code. My code usually gives you 20% all year round, but now they put a promotion. If you use my code DARCYZIIP, you can get 25% till February 14th for Valentine's Day. So it's a special promotion, but all year round, my code will give you 20%. So this is just some information for you guys if you were looking into the ZIIP, if you're interested. That's an option for you guys. So now let me get into the tutorial. I'm going to have a little bit of water because now I love using these lives, but I get super dry. So give me a second. Way back when I used to teach, when I was in college, and I had that problem when I talk a lot, I get super dry. So now let's get into the tutorial. I'm gonna put the ZIIP crystal gel. And this is one of my favorite gels because it's like a treatment on its own. But if you have the ZIIP and you don't want to invest on the gel, I mean, the ZIIP comes with a gel. But if you don't want to invest on the gel, you can also use pure glycerin because it's glycerin based. But I also want to answer a quick question. I get that all the time. Does the ZIIP work with aloe vera gel? No, it's the only microcurrent that I find that doesn't work with aloe vera gel. Only works with a glycerin base. That's why you can use their gel or pure glycerin from Amazon. So you can buy like a giant bottle for $4. I did that myself, and I got the gel and I would alternate because the gel itself is like a treatment. So it's worth it. It's expensive, but if you are looking for an alternative, glycerin, pure glycerin. Make sure you, and glycerin gives you a benefits too for hydration, but this one is my favorite because it's really a treatment on its own. And I like to start applying the gel all over. And another thing about glycerin-based gel, or this gel in particular, is that you don't have to keep reapplying. You can do the whole treatment with the gel. It's not like other microcurrent gels that dry out. So I'm going to put it on my face. Oh, yeah, actually on your neck too. And you use this on the neck. I'm showing the before and after from the eyes, because that's when I noticed the most different from the first use, but I'm wondering if it would help with the tech lines as well. So hanging there. I also want to show you, while I'm at it, the description of the treatment. Let me get it here as I'm putting the gel, because again, it's a newer treatment from the app. I have another video with the ZIIP that I make sure to put a lot. You also put it on your eye area here. And I'm gonna do the treatment is 8 minutes. I'm gonna do the whole treatment on this live. But again, if you just wanna go to different parts of the video, you can always go to the timestamps below and jump anywhere in the video. Okay, so I like starting putting the gel all over because it's an all over treatment. And make sure you go on the under eye. And the ZIIP is also one of the few devices that tell you when you have conductivity. So I get a lot of questions sometimes when people tell me, oh, my ZIIP's not working. Make sure you're using the correct gel, and also make sure you pay attention if the ZIIP lights are on. If the ZIIP lights are not on, you are not getting any conductivity, and that's why you're not getting results, because this work, I've been using it on and off since 2016, and I use it by itself for a whole year, and it works. So if you're not getting results with your ZIIP, make sure you are using the correct gel, because a lot of people may use with aloe vera gel, not getting conductivity, not getting results. And that's why I want to do more videos, because I know a lot of you guys got the ZIIP and not using it. So I want to give you suggestions, because I also was not using it, because, you know, I'm a review channel. I test a lot of devices, but when I'm in between devices, I go back to it. So let me show you just a brief description of the treatment, because I forgot, and then we can go into the tutorial. So let me open my phone. I'm going to just show the description of the treatment. So the treatment we're going to be doing today is from the app. And on the ZIIP app, you have 14 different treatments you can do. And I'm going to go over all the 14 treatments on my channel on tutorials for you guys, as I'm actually testing them out myself, because I haven't been using the ZIIP in a long time. I always go back to it, but they're always adding new things. So I actually haven't tried all the treatments. So there's 14 different treatments you can use. And the one I've used, and I'm going to show you today, is the filter finish, which you can see was the last treatment that I did. Let me read you the description briefly, and then I'm going to go into the treatment. So the description of the filter finish is: relax and blur the lines with the facial that give your skin a fresh press. Whew, I have to breathe. This skin smoother is the antidote to squinting at a screen all day, softening edge expressions and the look of fine lines. Think of it as an iron for your face without the heat. Filter effects, no filter required. And that is so true, guys. I could not agree more. And that's one of the reasons when I saw this treatment, I was like, I gotta test it out, because I have etched lines now. I never had those before. And that is, you know, normal aging. So when I saw that, I was like, can you really fix those with microcurrent? So that's what I did. So let's do the treatment now. So if you're using the ZIIP to sync it, you select the treatment, press the ZIIP, and press start treatment, and then you press the ZIIP to sync. Okay, and you can always pause the treatment. I'm gonna pause really quick to explain. And then you can hit skip if you already have the gel, and I usually like to apply the gel first. So now, pause it. She's gonna start here. And let me show you what I mean by, see how the ZIIP light is on? If you don't have this light on, it's not on. So now she's going up. Hold it in there. And this is It does a little vibration and you switch. I'm still learning the actual moves. It's pretty simple. But once I've learned the moves, I don't have to do it with the tutorial anymore. You can just, the zip always save your last treatment. So you can always go and watch the tutorial to learn and then turn the zip on whenever you're ready to do the tutorial without the app. And this is Melanie Simon. She actually is the creator of the ZIIP. And she's an esthetician. So now you go to the, oh, did I do the right way? Oh, sorry, this way. I'm doing this way. Because I'm watching the thing. So yeah, first on the one side. Go here. So she's the one that does all the tutorials, guys. And it's really cool because it's kind of like having a session with her. And when I bought my ZIIP on 2016, I went to the store and actually bought at the store. And she was giving a treatment to demonstrate the ZIIP. So I actually met her. She's pretty sweet, beautiful. She has that beautiful skin. She has like no makeup. And I was like, wow, your skin looks amazing. I need this. And that was in 2016 and she still looks the same. Okay, now we go. So, this also helps with the fine lines around your lips. I also feel like a lot of people don't use their ZIIP to the full potential because there are so many great tutorials, but sometimes you just don't know which one to use. And that's what happened. As I'm testing for you guys the new treatments, I'm testing it out and I'm going to give you guys some tips if you have the ZIIP or if you're looking into something to see which kind of results you can get. I'll give you that information. And now we go under the eye. Oops, because everything is reversed. And this is the one that irons out the wrinkles. When I was doing this treatment for the first time, I was like, sure, it's so simple. It's not gonna really do that much of a difference like with one use. As I mentioned before, the only two devices that have a wrinkle smoothing is the MyoLift Mini and the ZIIP. But they have different waveforms. And I find that the MyoLift Mini, which I also love, doesn't give you that instant smoothing. You have to use it for a while. It still does work if you use that setting. But so far, this is the only one that I've done that gives you instant results, as she said. And I'm using the Filter Finish tutorial, which she created to actually give you a filter finish. No filter needed. It's pretty cool. She has like decades of experience with microcurrent. She is actually an esthetician and she's called the electric esthetician because she uses different waveforms and currents, and that's why she developed the ZIIP. And even back then, it was so advanced. But it's so cool that she keeps adding new things. Oh yeah, I also found that my forehead lines were smoothed out. But I showed you my eye area because that's what is one of my trouble zones, and that's why I got so impressed. But it does smooth out the wrinkles on your forehead as well. And also would help with the 11 lines. So that's done. So now go to this side. Again, make sure your ZIIP lights are on. That's how you know you have conductivity. See, my lights are on. And also that the ZIIP is making like a little sound. Oh, sorry. So yeah, so this one should smooth out the wrinkles on your neck as well. but I only show the results from the eye just because we're the more dramatic results from one use. But with regular use, which I'm going to start using this setting more often, I'll keep you guys also updated on the necklines. And I will have a video coming up with a tutorial of all the app tutorials from the ZIIP. That way you guys can watch, and then if you have the ZIIP or you're looking into getting the ZIIP, you can see which kind of tutorials there are, because there's 14. So she keeps adding more, which is amazing, because it's kind of like getting a new device every time they do an update. And I have never tried this tutorial because it's one of the newer ones. And that's pretty cool. And I also find that it's one of the best apps for microcurrent. It's very user-friendly, and she's the one doing all the tutorials. And I bought mine in 2016 when there was no, okay, this one. Because I'm doing the opposite since I'm on the not using my mirror, so I have to coordinate. This one also should help also with the fine lines around your mouth. Her skin is gorgeous, guys. Again, I've seen her in person, and when she did the treatment on me, she did not have any makeup on. And she had no lines. And you can see she has no Botox. She's frowning. So this device, again, was very advanced in 2016. And I love that she keeps adding more waveforms, more treatments. The next one I want to try is the plumping one, because it's supposed to plump your cheeks and also help with the under eye hollows, which I would definitely test for you guys. But this one blew me away. Oh, there we go. It is an expensive device, guys. And when I purchased, honestly, there were no coupons around. So I did buy full price for the ZIIP. They did send me another one years later. And I accepted because I thought like maybe it's a different device. But it's my old one, 2016, still works. And I use it often, especially when this one is not charged. I briefly gave it to my mom, and she used it as well. And she gave it back because she was using other things. And, you know, people get busy, but my mom did use it for many years as well. So it is long-lasting. It is expensive, but it's long-lasting. I never had a problem with my ZIIP. Never had to return it, never broke. So that is something to account for too, to have a long-lasting device. And I'm very grateful. Again, I purchased on my own, the first one, full price. But I'm very grateful they gave me a discount code. And normally my coupon code is 20%, which saves you some good amount. But now it's 25%. And usually, always there's different sales. They always, you know, increase the amount, which is really cool. At the time, I wish they had the coupon, but it was an investment that I did, and I think it helped because I saw her in person, and she did the treatment on me, and I was so impressed, and she's very sweet too. And she researched a lot before creating this device, and even 2016 was so ahead of its time, and still is because it has so many different options. But I feel like people may not understand the ZIIP completely. Because, actually mine is still going as I'm talking. Still going? Yeah. So sometimes you can, you know, as I'm talking, I can get a little behind. But if that happens to you, you can just keep going. There you go. Now when it beeps, it's completely done. So that was the filter finish in this 8 minutes, guys. So it's so quick. And as I showed you, the other results lasted the very next day. And I'm going to wash this off. And then I'm going to go into the chat. So let me clean it off, see if I can clean it on camera have a towel here, so bear with me, and also put your questions on the chat, because we're gonna go into the chat really soon. So yeah, guys, if you want more information on the zip, I have a lot of videos on it. I have a full tutorial with the app, the other version of the app, and again, they always update the app, so they don't delete settings, so they just add. So on my first zip video, I talk about the zip and I show the app tutorial, but I just shot another one with the new app updates, which is a lot of new treatments. As I mentioned, there's one even for skin plumping. And, oh, I got some in my eye. Yeah, make sure you don't get gel on your eye. Oh, that's not fun. Oopsie, I got a little gel on my eye. Usually I do this on the sink. You don't have to actually wash it off, honestly. I got some in my eye, that's why it's a little red there. You don't really have to wash it off, because the mask itself, their conductivity gel is like a treatment. But if you are using as a leave-in mask, I would say do it in the evening, because it is a little, you know, it leaves your skin a little moist, so it is a little sticky. You still want to take off the most of it. But as soon as I'm done, I usually wipe it off and then I dry it. And when the skin is fully dry, is that when I can see the real glow and smoothness. And that's when I took that photo. About 5 minutes after it was done. And then, as I showed you on the before and after, maybe if you are logging in right now, I'll show the before and afters from last time. That way I can finish it up. So that was right after the treatment when I did it for the first time. As I'm taking my gel, we can go through. And then the next day, obviously I'm an older person, so as I make facial expressions, some of the deeper lines did come back, but the finer lines were still. I smoothed it out the next day. That is my other eye. Again, this is from the last time I did the treatment. One use. And then, as you guys can see, you have that completely filtered look. No filter necessary. So it's really cool that she did that, because, you know, Instagram and have a lot of filters. And then the next day, in the morning, you can see some of the lines are back, because especially the deeper lines from smiling, but the finer lines are still not back. So that is from doing this treatment one time. And I got a little bit of my eye of the gel, so that's a little red, but got some of my nose too. Let me drink some water and then I'm gonna go into the chat, okay? And as I mentioned, if you're interested on the ZIIP, they're having a promotion going on right now for Valentine's Day that you can get 25% off with my code, so that saves you extra money. And normally my ZIIP affiliate link is 20%. You can, if you use my code, you can save 20% all year round. But my code always gives you any sales or the best amount of sales they're having all through the year. So I really appreciate it, because I like give you guys a code, because it is an expensive device. But as I mentioned, I bought mine for 2016, so it's long lasting. It's good to know if you're buying a device that is good quality and it lasts. And again, they keep adding new treatments, and I'll definitely be updating you guys on treatments, because I know a lot of guys did buy for the holidays, and I want to be able to, for you guys to use it. And that's the purpose of my channel. I want to give you, you know, true, honest opinions, and that's why I showed you my next day, because I want to show you that, you know, you do a treatment, you get the results, but you have to keep doing. And that is with anything. Anything in life, you have to keep doing, but you do get cumulative results. So that is pretty cool. And now let me go. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to go into the chat. And sorry, when I put stuff on it got some in my nose of the gel. So if you are watching this as a playback, I'm going to go into the chat, but make sure to like this video if it was helpful to you, and also subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have lots of lives coming up, and it really helps my channel if you subscribe and like this video. I really appreciate you guys if you do that. It really helped my channel. And also, I always have coupon codes of the latest sales and affiliate links on the description box below. It can save you some money, and also it really helps support my channel so I can continue creating great content for you guys. And I really appreciate you guys. So I'm going to go into the chat, and I want to start by thanking so much Juanita6873. She gave me last time a super chat. Thank you so much. I actually just saw that after I logged out, but I really appreciate it. And I just want to make sure that you got my thanks. So thank you so much for that. So now let's get into the chat, guys. And let me see. I'm so helpful. So happy that you're all here hanging out. So let's start. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Thanks for being here. And I'm so happy that you're here too. Hopefully you're still hanging out. And Part 2 said, your under eye looks brighter. Yes, I agree. I did feel that too. Again, it gives the filter finish, which is let me put it on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This tutorial is in particular actually helps to give you a filter finish, which I think that's what she was going for. You know, like the Instagram filters that helps you look more awake and bright. I did get some in my eye here you do put the gel near your eyes, but be careful not to get into your eyes. It almost has like a little salt, so I feel like it irritated a little bit, but it'll go away really quickly. Just make sure you don't get into your eyes, but that is with anything. That's why I'm a little red. But it's really cool that she created this setting to give you that filter finish look, so which is pretty cool. So I do feel like it does brighten the eyes, and yes, it's super awesome and kind of insane too that she create something like this. And the way she does this is by using waveforms, which I talk about it on my ZIIP video. On my ZIIP video, I talk about the waveforms. I show some of the waveforms that the ZIIP has. So make sure you watch that video because I don't want to, make this super long, but I have a little graph showing what waveforms are, because not all microcurrent devices are the same. Microcurrent is measured by intensity, microamps, how strong it is, and also the type of microcurrent. Like this one has nanocurrent, which is the one that also deals with skin surface, wrinkles, dark spots, pore size, hyperpigmentation in general, acne. And so nanocurrent helps with skin quality and microcurrent helps with muscle. But waveforms is an extra thing that is basically how the current goes into your skin. And there's different shapes, and each shape of the waveform actually addresses different things. So you can have a lifting waveform, which most microcurrent have. So the lifting waveform will address muscle lifting and will give a lift, but not all microcurrents will smooth out the wrinkles. And honestly, I have not seen any microcurrent that actually will completely iron out your wrinkles. So she has some pretty sorcery waveforms on this setting to create that. Thank you so much, Sherry. Yes, the eyelids look more lifted too. It does give a little lift, but the setting is specifically, this one is specifically for smoothing out the wrinkles and give you the filter finish. I feel like my eyelids are also more lifted too from the eyelid treatment that I've been doing with the Nira, the Bear, and the Aura Lift, which I have a whole series on. Just make sure you watch that because it's giving me amazing results, and I'm also blown away, and I'm so happy that that is happening. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to, I don't know why let me see. There you go. Let's see if that helps. Again, I'm using this program. There you go. Now you can see better the chat. I'm using this program, so I'm using, and I love this one because it lets me put like graphics, videos, and all kinds of things, but I'm learning, so I needed to change a little bit of the way the chat shows up, but I love this program. It's called Ecamm Live, and I'm still learning, so I'm glad that it gives me many options that I can show you live videos that have a lot of great information. That way you guys can come back and watch later, just like a regular video with information about the product, tutorial, and then the extra part of the chat, which is my favorite, be able to hang out with you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, the eyelids, definitely check out my eyelid tutorial. I feel like it's really helping my hooded lids look more awake. And this setting from the ZIIP has ZIIP also has a eyelid eyelid tutorial, which I did for week 2, I think, of my eyelid tutorial. On the eyelid challenge, eye hood lifting challenge that I'm also doing live, each week I use a different microcurrent device for a week, and I show the before and afters, I show the tutorial. That way, if you have the ZIIP, you know which setting you can use for eyelid tutorial. If you have the bear, you can use the bear. That way it gives you different options of different techniques you can use for eyelids, you know, lifting, and microcurrent is one of the best things for it. So definitely check out that lives series, which I do the same style that I do this. Talk about the product, show my before and afters, tutorial, and then chat. And I'm really enjoying the series. This week I'm doing the bear, but the week 2 I did the ZIIP, and ZIIP also has a specific one for just lifting. But the one I showed you today does some lift, but the main purpose is to give you that filter look, and the skin just looks nice and soft and smooth. So I love it. So definitely check out. And part 2 said definitely less deeper even 24 hours later. She's talking about the before and afters that I showed, which I'll show it again. Definitely this is the after immediate and then next day. I feel like the ones that move the most, you know, they come back quicker because again, the muscle and smiling. But the finer lines on the next day, I feel like they're less pronounced, less deep for sure. So yes, thank you for, I noticed that too. And that's why I want to show you guys the before and after. What if you do every 12 hours? Yes, I was thinking that too. But with microcurrent, and especially the ZIIP or MyoLift or any of the more like stronger microcurrents, I feel like you have to follow the directions. The ZIIP is best to use every other day. And the same thing with the MyoLift every other day, because the current is usually more of a like stronger, I think, than other microcurrents. But you have to look at each microcurrent. For example, the bear you use daily. So there's different instructions for different microcurrents. So more is not better depending on the microcurrent. So with the ZIIP, they suggest every other day or a couple times a week, which is even better because it's not something you need to do every day, mostly because you want to leave time for your muscle and your skin to rest, and more is not better. I definitely want to mention that. Unfortunately, more is not better. But the ZIIP has different, which I'm going to talk about on the dedicated video. They have a calendar now that they created on the app that you can kind of create a program for you, and they mix different things. So I'm going to try that eventually and get back to you on that. But normally the ZIIP you use every other day. So not every 12 hours, unfortunately. I haven't tried that. But I would not advise, because again, more is not always better. And that's why they put on instructions every other day or a couple times a week. That's all you need. And as you guys saw, I feel like the results are cumulative. So if I keep doing every other day, I'll keep you guys posted, because I definitely want to, you know, continue using this because I'm a little bit of addicted, especially guys. And that is just something on the side that I want to mention. I love highlights, you know, highlights. I love makeup. I don't use it a lot on my channel, but I do love makeup. And I got the new Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, the one that just came out, and I had to return it. Because when I put it on my, you know, my cheeks, I look like the wrinkles, and that was before I got this, so pronounced. And as you get older, you can relate. Comment if you can relate. We cannot use a lot of things anymore for makeup because it just makes it look worse. And I've never seen that before. I had to return it right away. And I love Charlotte. She has other highlights that I can use, but the latest one, if you're older, 40 plus with wrinkles here, I don't advise, because that one made it super, you know, highlight my wrinkles, but I didn't have the setting. So I feel like now I can actually use it because it smoothed them out a lot. So yeah, so maybe not every 12 hours, unfortunately, is every other day, but I'll keep you guys posted on the new settings they have on the app, because it does give you like a calendar that you can tailor a program for your needs. And I'll talk about it on the dedicated video because they didn't have that before, and that is really helpful too. So you can actually use all the 14 treatments and according to your needs, and it'll give you a guidance, because I feel like that's why a lot of people get confused with the ZIIP. It gives you too many options that sometimes you're not even using it because you get confused. But it is powerful, definitely. So part 2, Darcy, are you really, oh my God, you're so sweet. I'm 45, I'll be 46 this year. And And I definitely feel it, guys. I'm definitely feeling it. There's nothing wrong with aging, but one of the things that I'm feeling the most now is like, you know, which I mentioned on my channel, body aches and yeah, and different changes in thinning of the skin a lot and, you know, but the normal aging things. But I definitely feel that the tools that I use and I talk about it on my channel help so much, guys. And that's why I love sharing with you guys, because it is my journey too. I'm testing that for myself and my channel keeps me on track. And as you guys know, sometimes I sometimes stop posting and I fall off the wagon. Just like you, life gets busy, things happen. And then I feel like my channel keeps me on my toes because then I have to test it. And I'm a very honest channel. I never do any alterations on my before and afters. I take them for myself as well. So I'm not doing a professional photo. I usually do it with my phone. But I try to do the same lighting, and I really don't use any smoothing filters because I want to show you what you can really expect, because that's what I would expect for myself as well. And yes, I'm 45, I'll be 46 this year, and I'll be sharing you guys my journey as I continue. And I feel like for my channel, my goal in my life, my goal is to not look 25, but look the best at any age. I don't have any Botox or fillers. Nothing against it. It's just that I want to try to not do them as much as I can. If I ever decide to do it, you'll be the first to know. But I want to show you alternatives, and that's my goal, because I feel like, honestly, you don't need to look 25 to look your best. You know, as long as my fine lines are smoother and the makeup goes look well and I'm looking rested, I feel like we can look good in our 70s and still look like ourselves. And that's why nothing against plastic surgery or fillers or Botox, but sometimes you kind of stop looking like yourself. And I'm just hoping to look like myself as I get older, just the best version of myself. And I feel like looking rested just makes you look more, you know, relaxed. And microcurrent and a lot of the tools I talk about give you that, and also really helps with the wrinkles. And so I'm going to continue sharing my journey with you guys, and you will be able to see it because, you know, I show you my before and afters, and they are completely honest. I would never lie to you guys, and because it is my journey as well. And I really I appreciate you all, and I would never do that for you. And that's why I give you so many options and so many tips, and I'm always here if you have any questions. So I love doing these lives because I love answering your questions. So yes, I'm 45, I'll be 46. Sherry, thank you so much. The Nira, oh, sorry, I heard wrong. The Nira doesn't seem to help with my lines. Really? You know what is interesting, Sherry? I want to mention something about the Nira. If you look at which in my next video that I talk about the Nira for the hoods, I'm not doing the Nira underneath my eyes yet, right now, but I did years ago. Oh my God. Now, don't you guys feel like the years have been blurred right now? Like, I feel like, is it 2 years, 3 years? I feel like since, you know, the quarantine, like the years have been blurred in my mind. Years ago, I used the Nira for 30 days by itself, and I have a before and after on that video. I'll put it in the description box below, Sherry, if you want to take a look. Because it did work for I did use the Nira on my under eye, and definitely helped with my crow's feet a lot. I'm not using it there now. I'm only using it on my hoods because that's what I'm testing. And then I can test other things on the rest of my face for you guys. But it did work for me. But I find that sometimes the Nira, and I mentioned that on the Nira video, doesn't seem to be working on the lines because it does dry the skin. It is a laser. It is like doing a procedure. If you were going to a laser on an office setting, it will look red, it will look dry, it will peel. The Nira doesn't do that, but it does dry the skin. And I really, really emphasize, if you decide to use the Nira for the fine lines, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Put a serum and on an eye cream, and if you can do eye masks, because the skin gets dry. But if you stick with it for 90 days, then you really will see the wrinkle smoothing, because it takes 90 days for the collagen to build. It does work, but I feel like a lot of people give up soon because sometimes it can be painful, depending on your tolerance level. You can do on level 1 or 2. I was 1 or 2. And sometimes I went level 3, but I would stay within 1 or 2, and I still got results. And make sure you watch my 30-day Nira video, because you can see my results. I even smiled so you guys can see. Helps so much of my crow's feet and the wrinkles. And also radio frequency, if you want to try radio frequency, also helps with the wrinkles. But the Nira did help, but you have to hydrate and you have to stick with it for 90 days at least to really see the full benefit. It did work, but I know a lot of people comment, it's not working for me. In the beginning, I felt like it was creating more lines because it was making it drier. And as somebody older, you know, guys will know when it's dry, it just looks more wrinkled. But then as I start putting the serum, you don't have to get the Neuro serum. You can get your favorite regular serum. I start using a serum and an eye cream on top. Your favorites, ice cream, your favorite eye cream or serums. That combination really helped to hydrate, and really I could stick with the 90 days. I didn't do a 90-day video, unfortunately, but the 30-day video, you can see that it does work. But you have to stick with it and hydrate, and it does work, but it does take some time. So I know a lot of people don't stick around so much to see the results, but it does work. I'm using the Neuro on my eye hoods only now, and I'll continue showing the results. And on my next eye hood lift video, I will show my before and afters from my 30-day Neuro, in case people are interested in looking on the under eyes, so that way you can see I did get results. But again, the full results, 90 days, and you have to hydrate a lot. Part 2 said, is what Darcy is using ZIIP GX or OX? Okay, where's my other one? I have to find it. Where is it? I have both zips, guys. Where is the other one? I have both zips. I have the, I call gold one and the silver one. I don't know where I put my my gold one. One second. Oh, here. I'm here. Yes, I have my first zip right here. Because this one is not charged, I have to charge it. And it came on this plastic thing, you know, that I still keep on it. But the new one has a nice, which I love, a nice little, you know, case that you can actually even charge on the case. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I usually charge it with the case. I mostly use this one, and then when I run out, I charge both sometimes when I'm using consistently. But I just start using it, that's why this one is not charged. But the main difference of the two, actually the only difference of the two, is the gel that it comes with. So the gold zip, which I don't know if it's OS or GX, comes with the gold gel. And the silver zip comes with the silver gel. And I think they might have an option for you to choose the crystal gel. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but they're the same. So you just have to choose which gel works for you, but they give you exactly the same results. And I bought the gold one, which was the most expensive one, because at the time I didn't know, because it came with the gold gel. And the gold gel did not work for my skin. It broke me out. But at the time, I found a way around it by using the zip setting for acne. So I could use the gold gel, but as I think I mentioned on my zip video, if you have acne-prone skin and aging skin and you want to use the gold gel, you can, but you have to use the acne setting as your last step every single time. That's how I was able to use it, because at the time they only had the gold gel, and I struggle with, I'm having acne-prone skin. So the only difference, guys, and I have both. I purchased the gold one, 2016. They sent me the silver one, and I tested them both. Even if you purchased the zip a long time ago, exactly the same weight, works the same. Maybe in one video I'll work on both sides of my faces so you guys can see they both still work. Right now the gold one is not charged because I just started using it, so I had the silver one. But the only difference is the gel that comes with it, and I know it's confusing because I was confused too. So when they reached out to me, to send a zip, I said, send me the silver, because I really wanted to see the difference to do a video, and it's the same. The GX, OX are the same. The difference is the gel that comes with is the same technology and is very long lasting. Mine still works. Never had a problem with my zip. I wish I could say the same from other microcurrent devices, which, I hate to say that, but I still have my new face, my first new face. But then I purchased for my dad and my mom a new face. And both the ones I purchased for my mom and my dad broke. Then I changed my mom one. They are actually really good about exchanging the new face, and then it broke again. But my zip never, ever broke since 2016. So that is something to also tell you guys about the quality of the device, that it still works. So yeah, so the one I'm using, I guess, I don't know if it's GX. I call it silver and gold, but they're the same. So hopefully that answers your questions a little. Yes, there are two models, and they're the same. The only difference is the gel. I wish they put that more explaining, because I also thought they were different, but it's the same strength. Basically, the most important thing with the ZIIP is the actual app, because the app is the thing that always changes, and they're always adding new thing. They're always adding new settings on the app, which is really cool. So you have an option to always get newer treatments with the app. So the only thing that really changes is the app, and the app syncs to the product. So that's pretty cool that you have something that always keeps updating. So again, it's like getting a new product every year, which I have never seen. The filter finishes a newer treatment, and that's why it's really exciting, because they're always adding new things. So it's kind of like getting a new device every time they update. Yeah, I didn't know there were two models. Yeah, there's two models, silver and gold. I have both, but they're exactly the same. Again, the only thing that changes is the gel that comes with it. And my favorite gel is the silver gel and the crystal gel. The gels are expensive, guys, and it is an expensive device. That's why it's really cool is that they have coupon codes now. They didn't have it when I purchased, but I still feel like it was worth it for me. And again, 2016, I'm still using it. It still works. So as a review channel, I review other devices, but I always go back to it when I'm between things, which I am between things now. That's why I'm creating a lot of different tutorials for you guys. But when I'm testing a device, I like to test that consistently, and then I have to stop my other devices. But I feel like if I was not a review channel and I had the ZIIP, I'll probably continue using the ZIIP. And Melanie has amazing skin, and she's older than 45. She probably is 45 or older, because I think we were the same age when we met. And her skin is flawless. So, and she doesn't have any Botox or anything. So that also goes to show that it works. Yeah, so Melanie is the creator of the ZIIP. Just want to emphasize that. The OS seems sold out. I gotta Google the difference. Yeah, you know what? The ZIIP sells out a lot. I don't know which one's the OX. Maybe I should go to the actual website to see. Because I want to be able to give you guys, yeah, they gave that name. I just call gold and silver ZIIP, but maybe I should start calling it how it is. On the app, oh yeah, hold on the app, you can actually also shop. So let me see here, so I can call it correctly. But yeah, it does sell out quite a lot, the ZIIP. So let me, I'll tell you guys in a second. Yeah, it's all right. They sell out a lot, so you guys have to keep checking. But again, the only difference between the two is the gel that comes with. Oh, 1 to 2 weeks delay. Yeah, they do. Again, it's a very solid device. So I feel like, you know, especially with right now, a lot of places are having, you know, what is it called? Not demand. But I've noticed that with a lot of brands that, you know, even the Nira was sold out the other day too, and had a long wait, and especially for the holidays and everything. But it's definitely, again, a device to keep an eye on it, because it is a very long-lasting device. So I didn't know it was sold out, but yeah, so keep an eye on it. I don't know, maybe because of the Valentine's Day, because they have the 25% off. I'm not sure, but check it out, because they just told me about the promotion, so I'm sure they have available, or they're going to have available soon. Or if you purchase, yeah, there might be a delay receiving it, but it might be worth it to get with the promotion. But so it's up to you if you want to, if somebody's interested in the ZIIP. 25% off is usually what they give around the holidays, so it's pretty cool. Okay, I think she has the OS base on the gel color. Oh, okay, so yeah, the gel that I'm using is the crystal gel, which is really cool, clean gel, amazing ingredients. I loved it, but I also like the silver gel, which is the cheaper gel. My son just arrived, so if you hear kids in the background, is my son. So the silver gel is amazing for acne prone skin. Definitely suggest. My favorite is, if you have acne prone skin, is the silver or the crystal gel. The gold gel, if you have acne prone skin, you may break out, but if you are older person with acne prone skin and you want to use the gold gel because it has the most anti-aging ingredients, you can use it, but make sure you always do the acne setting last. And I showed the acne setting on my first video of the ZIIP, and I'll show again on my dedicated video. That setting is amazing, but you have to do it last because it also detoxes your skin, and then you want to wash off the gel if you do the acne setting. Yes, it's probably selling out because of the sale. But normally, even if there's no sale, you can always save 20% off with my coupon code. And they are always updating my coupon code throughout the year. So if they have another sale, my coupon code will always give you the most discount. And my coupon code is DARCYZIIP. So if you use my coupon code at any time of the year, it's always going to give you the latest sale. And sometimes they give me special sales too. So I always let you guys know. Since I've been using for so long, it's really nice that they appreciate me because I've been using and I'm a customer as well. So I'm grateful that I'm an affiliate of them now, but I was a customer first for the longest time. I purchased myself my own zip. Yeah, Sherry said, I have bought so many microcurrent devices. I totally agree. There's a lot of people buying a lot of devices, which is amazing if you have them. But I always tell, use a device for a while and then see if you need another one. But all microcurrent is not different. So one thing I find is that, let's say you have the Bear. The Bear has different settings than the ZIIP. So I find like there's two microcurrent devices that I always suggest that people can still get, even if they had other microcurrent devices, because they have so many different advanced settings that is worth it if you are within your budget or if it's something you find that you need. Obviously, I always tell people too, the best device is the one you're going to use. So I'm not telling you go out and buy everything that's in the market. See if you need it. But there's two devices that I always suggest if somebody is looking into investing on a device and they want something different, the ZIIP or the MyoLift Mini, because they give you different microcurrent currents and waveforms that no other device have. But if you have the Bear and you love it and it's giving you results, then you may not need it. This is just if it's within your budget and somebody is already looking. Because I'm so grateful that I have a review channel and I get to try all the devices. So that way I take the before and afters and show you the videos. So that way you guys can see what to expect and see if it's within your needs. That's why when a lot of people ask me, what is the best device to get? Honestly, it depends on your age and also depends on your schedule and budget. The best device is the one you're going to use. And I always say that. And I will review all the devices out there for you guys so you guys can decide for yourself what is the best for you. As I'm getting older, I'm finding that combining them is giving me the best results. But if you're younger, microcurrent might be all you need. If you're an older person, you should really looking into incorporating other devices like radio frequency because it helps with the collagen loss, which I talk about in the video. We lose 30% of collagen as we reach menopause in like that. So that's why a lot of people have sagging, and definitely radio frequency will help with that. But if you're really young, you may not need radio frequency. So again, it really depends on your age and needs. But I also have a lot of microcurrent devices and I love them all. But I find that each one has a different specifically, waveform or need. But most microcurrent devices are for lifting the muscle. The only two that are not just for muscle lifting is the MyoLift Mini, which also helps with wrinkles, and the ZIIP, which helps you with so many things like acne, wrinkles, and even has now a plumping setting for volume, which I'll test out for you guys too, because I want to test out for myself. So yeah, so definitely that is my honest opinion as far as microcurrents. Yes, what's your favorite must-be knowledge? But I guess I just answered that. So yeah, that's why I want to answer, because I get that question a lot, guys. And I'm very honest. The best microcurrent devices is the one you're going to use. And for me, my favorite is the ones that I'm testing, because then I'm seeing the results according to my needs, especially since I stopped using for a while during the holidays. I feel like when you stop, obviously everything goes back. And then I have a chance to show you which kind of results you can get with the device. So I think the best microcurrent device or the best skin tool device is the one you're going to use. That's the best one. So I have so many videos reviewing them, and I have before and afters from using them by themselves, so that way you can judge for yourself what works for you. And also, once you get it, test it for a little bit. Use it for 3 months, and then see if you need anything else, because it might be all you need. That's my honest opinion. Okay, so far none of them give me too much results, but I'm not consistent. I'm 63. Sherry, as I just mentioned, consistency is the key. So the best device, and I have been buying devices. I have actually been buying devices since my late 20s. I had the New Face. I even had the New Face when it was a 9-volt battery. It was an old one, and that actually was amazing. Really worked really well. And I also had the Suzanne Sammer's microcurrent. I'm going to make a video about all my devices so you guys can see I've been purchasing them also for a long time. But a lot of them, the best ones are the ones you use. But I find that when I fall off the wagon, and I mention that because sometimes I don't use anything, I feel like it happens to a lot of people. Devices on your drawer are not going to do anything. So consistency is the main thing with any device, because any device that I have reviewed on my channel, guys, honestly works. I have the photos to prove it, and that's why I really put an effort to testing out for you guys, because I never even take a device that they want to send me, or I don't buy a device that I haven't researched, because who has the time, right? And I put a lot of effort on those videos because I want you guys to see honestly if that is for you, and you have to account for how many times you have to use it, how long you have to use it, do you have to learn any techniques, because you need those in order to get the best results. And that's why I do these videos, so that way you can see, and is this device for me, or do I need something quicker and faster? And that's why you have to kind of feel. But even at 63, my mom is 69, she'll be 70 this year, and whenever she's consistent, it works. So I feel devices work at any age if you're consistent, but as I'm getting older, and that's my honest opinion, you may have to combine some things like radiofrequency microcurrent or laser microcurrent, because that's part of aging. Like the skin gets thinner, so we start getting different needs with the loss of collagen as well. So if you're not getting results with microcurrent by itself, it may be okay to either add the aura lift or a radiofrequency to amp up your results. And that is because at 63, as I mentioned, when we hit menopause, I'm not sure if it has hit menopause, I'm premenopausal right now, we actually lose 30% of collagen that first year of menopause. And that's what really makes everything go south. And I'm right there with you because I'm getting there. And I'll be 46 this year. So as I get close to 50, my collagen is decreasing. So there are many different things you can do to get better results at 63. If you're using microcurrent and you're not getting the results you want, you might consider and watch the video so you can see the aura lift. The aura lift really helps to shift a lot of the bones. I know it sounds weird, but it's the only one that does that. So the microcurrent can work better, because a lot of times we're also losing bone mass, we're losing fat pads. So the aura lift might be something you might want to combine, but if you don't want to get the aura lift I'm testing out. I have tested and it works, but I'm testing right now too. I just started using again because it does help to lift. Is the device you put in your mouth, but if you don't want to use the aura lift, try incorporate maybe radio frequency, because again, if you have a lot of collagen loss, even if you lift the muscle, you may not see as dramatic results. And that goes with any age. A younger person might see different results with just microcurrent, and that's what I say. Like sometimes, if you just have a microcurrent device and it works for you, that may be all you need. But if you're not getting all the results, you might need to combine things. And that is what I'm doing right now and showing you guys the combination. But that's, I know it's a long answer, but that's my true honest, what I'm experiencing myself. Yeah, the ZIIP, I'm very, very impressed. I know I have since 2016, but as she adds more treatments to the app, I'm so more impressed with this one. Like the instant results, which as at 45 I do need, especially before makeup, because as I mentioned, sometimes I put the makeup, the highlight, the foundation, and I get horrible creasing on my fine lines if I'm not doing my tools, and I literally have to wash it off and not use makeup. And I love makeup, so I love this setting, and I'm going to be using that before makeup for sure. And I'm going to be testing the other settings for you guys too, because I know a lot of you guys have the ZIIP are not using, or have the ZIIP and say it's not working. It's because there's so many options, and I know it's hard for you to know what to use. So I'll be guiding you, giving you tips in case you have the ZIIP, you can get the best results, because it is an expensive device. So if you have the ZIIP, use it, please. Okay. So Sherry, keep me posted. Always feel free to ask questions. I'll have more videos on it too if you want to get it. And reach out to me, and I would love to help you out to get the best results. Okay. So Sherry said, I bought the MyoLift Mini, but right now I don't know how to use it without the phone app. So if you have the MyoLift, I think you mean MyoLift QT Plus. Because the MyoLift QT Plus is the one that comes with the app. I haven't tried the new app. They just recently updated the MyoLift QT Plus app, and I haven't really tried it. I know I heard somebody saying there's a little couple bugs with the app. I'm not sure if they fixed it yet. That's why I haven't done a video on it. But I will test it out and let you know. But you can, if you have the MyoLift Mini is the one that has the probes, the ones that has the 2 probes. And that one, you do not need an app to use it. MyoLift QT Plus is the one that is just single one. I don't have it here with me. I will also test it out for the iLift Hood tutorial as well. So keep an eye on my channel. If you have that, Sherry, I will show a tutorial on it, and I'll check the app out. I haven't really tried the app because I heard they were still fixing things on the app. That was a while ago. That was December. So they might have fixed it by now. But I will check the new app update because the MyoLift also updated the app. And MyoLift also has an app. Oh my God. Oh my God. 1 second, guys. I forgot to plug my computer. 1 minute. I'm sorry. Don't turn off. Okay, there you go. Oof. Okay. I think. Oh no. Is it plugged? Give me 1 second, guys, because I forgot to plug my computer and I don't want us to get disconnected. I'm back. Yeah, I forgot to plug it, so the battery was almost going to die. But I love answering all your questions, so thank you for being here on the chat, and I'm going to get through everybody. So now we have battery, and if for any reason my camera overheats, which happened last time, and it goes black, stay in there and I'll fix it right away. I just have to turn on and off. So yeah, Sherry, the MyoLift QT Plus, which I do have a tutorial on it, hasn't updated on the app. And I haven't used the new app update, but I will, and I'll probably incorporate that into my iHood lifting challenge, because you can also do a treatment for the iHoods with the QT. And I'm going to show the technique on that series. I'm showing you different tutorials or different microcurrents. That way everybody can join on the challenge and use the microcurrent device they have, or see how the other devices perform. So keep an eye on that for that series. And let me see here. But it's a really good device. The MyoLift QT also has a wrinkle setting, but it doesn't give you, honestly, the same instant results that this one gives. But as you continue using, it will also help smooth out your wrinkles. Part 2. I see. Do you do keto or veggie stuff? I noticed that eating has a lot to do with your skin. Right now, I'm eating horribly. My goal this year, and I think is everybody's, is to eat healthy. I cooked for my son. But I eat horribly, and I want to get in shape, but mostly for my health, because I feel it's important to eat healthy. Right now, I'm eating bad. I'm eating pizza. I'm eating like bread and sandwiches. I'm trying to get into a schedule because my son has been sick almost every week since he started school, but it's his age group. So it's very hard because I have to deal with that. And I was sick too. As soon as last year, I was not taking my do not age supplements. I'm back on it, which has helped a lot, because since this year started, my son has been sick. I'm not joking. Every week since he went back to school. He's 3, so he's getting all the viruses, and also has to do with the immunity after quarantine. The kids get less immunity. I don't want to get into that, but the doctor said a lot of kids are having that. But that he's also on the age to get that. So not eating well, not sleeping well. So I feel like that's what I meant. I fell off the wagon. But my goal for this year is to eat well, get into exercise. I also want to use this infrared sauna that I have, which is amazing, and to detox and all that. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I definitely want to do more videos on that, because again, this channel is my journey and I will share with you guys. But right now, I'm eating horribly. Seriously, eating a lot of pizza through the week. Lots of, I stopped coffee a little bit because I got back drinking my supplements. I'm not taking my supplements, especially NMN, which I'll talk about on the video, gives energy. But I was drinking lots of coffee, which dehydrates your skin. So actually, my eating habits are horrible right now. So I feel like without my tools, but it would be even worse. But definitely the inside and drinking water really helps. I actually have not been drinking a lot of water, which I'm trying. I'm forced now because as I'm talking, I get really dry throat. But I'm trying to drink more water. But no, I'm eating lots of meat, lots of pizza, eating horribly, which I don't suggest. I'm trying to get back on it, especially as I'm getting older, is important. My husband is dealing with a lot of stuff because of his eating habits too. We're both trying to get back better on that, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. And Pardu said, yes, you can use the same setting on the neck, and as you guys can see, I have lots of tech lines, and I have been neglecting my neck and décolletage, which I'll have another challenge on that, because I have some ideas and tools that I want to use on this area too. and show you guys my results, because whenever I do stuff here like LED lights or radio frequency or microcurrent, it does get better, and I have videos with before and afters when I did. But I get lazy, I get busy, and I neglect this area a lot. And now that I'm 45, 46, I find that this area is looking, my mother-in-law also is working on this area, but I find that even people that are older than me have a better looking décolletage than me, because I definitely don't do that, and I even don't moisturize. I hate moisturizers because I hate the feeling of stickiness. I have some that I've tried when I was in the shower, I use it. When it's after, I don't. So the body skin is really showing now the age, because I don't even moisturize. I get lazy. I take a shower and I'm always in a hurry. So if I don't do anything in the shower, I don't do it. So that's why I think it's a lot worse. In my arms too. Anyway, I'm going to be dealing with my body sometime this year when I get more time, and I'll share with you guys. But definitely this also works for the neck. But as I mentioned, since I don't have any Botox, you're still keeping doing the movements. So if you keep doing the movements, the lines will go back. So I read also that it's good to prevent these lines when we are, making sure we watch our phones like that. And I'm always on my phone. So that also doesn't help. But this one also helps to smooth out the lines. So I will continue using it too for that reason. So that is awesome. And it's only 8 minutes. So that's such a quick tutorial. No, but I was in the sun a lot, which always part of face wrinkles. Yes, Sherry, I am right there with you. I also was in the sun. I'm from Brazil, hence the channel name. And I left Brazil at 16. But by 16, I used to be in the sun all the time. And I'm not proud to say that, but I used to use olive oil, not even sunblock. I used to be tan all the time. I mean, I don't really tan. I get red. It takes me a while to get a little bit of a tan. But I get red first. And I got so many sun poisoning. Like literally, like my face was swollen up. I'm not proud of it. My mom used to say, don't do that, don't do that. And that's why a lot of those lines you see, I'm going to show them again. A lot of those lines are from squinting in the sun and not using sunblock. So I'm paying for it now. And I think the etched lines as well are from that. And I wanted to show that because it is true. The sun is one of the worst. So if you're younger or at any age, sunblock, sunscreen, do not use olive oil in the sun. I love olive oil for many things. I have a video about olive oil, but not for sun exposure, and I'm not proud of it. But living in Brazil, I left at 16. All my friends kept doing the same thing that we used to do, always because, you want to look tan, if, my hair gets lighter. And now they look a lot more older than me. And I always joke, like, I think I saved my skin some more years because I left at 16. And I went to live in the US, in Northwest Indiana, near Chicago. And there was hardly any sun, so I couldn't get tan. And that saved me a couple of years. But you still need to use sunblock. And I'm trying to be better right now, especially when I go play with my son in the sun. I still forget. So the best anti-aging, sunblock. So if you're younger, do it. Because especially on the neck, and the décolletage, just a side note, even when I did use sunblock, I only put it on my face. I keep forgetting to put neck and décolletage, and it shows. And in the arms too, guys. I'm getting so much aging on my arms because when I do sunblock, I only put it on my face. You have to put all over. Just a side note, if you're watching this and younger, do it. I did not listen to my mom. Now I'm paying for it. So definitely, I'm right there with you, Sherry. I love the sun. Yeah, I used to love the sun so much. And I'm from the Amazon state in Brazil. So we're actually closer to the equator line. So the sun is stronger than anywhere in the world. And it's like you're burning alive. I love where I'm from. And maybe I'll do videos about it if you guys want to hear more. But I really damage my skin a lot. And I had done that photo that you can see the sun damage underneath. And it was scary. So I'm hoping that with the tools I'm using, the things I'm doing is going to prevent, but you guys are going to watch me because I'll be here showing you with you guys. But this sunspot here is from being in the sun. And it gets better with some tools, but according to that photo that you can do in a dermatologist, the dermatologist told me I should not be in the sun, period. I should wear 100 sunblock because of all the sun damage I accrued. So I feel like the tools have helped, and LED lights really help too, sun damage. And I'm hoping to not have my whole face covered in this as I get older, but you guys are going to be watching me, so I'll keep you posted. But I'm getting a lot more hyperpigmentation showing now from sun damage. So sun damage is one of the biggest ones, for sure. MyoLift Mini looks cool. There seem to be several tutorials on YouTube. Yeah, I also have a tutorial on the MyoLift Mini. I have a flash tutorial that you can do in 10 minutes to kind of give you an overview of all the movements, but I will do a full-fledged tutorial on the MyoLift Mini soon with because I'm getting so many questions on the MyoLift Mini because, excuse me, a lot of people that bought the MyoLift Mini saying, I don't get results, I'm not getting results. And MyoLift Mini is a device, I'll just briefly talk about it really quickly here, that is more professional kind of style. And actually some estheticians even use the MyoLift Mini on their offices. And the 7E Wellness actually creates equipment for estheticians. So it has 2 probes and it has many different features, but unless you learn the technique, it's not like a microcurrent device that you're just going to slide. You have to know the muscle, you have to go into the belly of the muscle, you have to use the right, make sure you have conductivity. There's a lot of different important things that you have to make sure you're doing to get the results. So I will do another video on the MyoLift Mini because I've been getting so many questions of people, oh, I got the MyoLift Mini, I don't see results. And I mentioned in that video, it has a learning curve, bigger learning curve, but it does work and it's not that hard. Once you get the hang of it, it's easier, but it does require more than the Bear, for example. And that's why I love the Bear. And I talk about it a lot. It's like my favorite for easy of use and results. You can just like do it with my eyes closed. If you are somebody, again, that's busy, you don't have time to learn, or you're lazy. I'm lazy. So I'm right there with you. I think if it wasn't for my channel, I probably wouldn't be as consistent because I want to be able to be consistent for you guys too. So you guys help me as well. Thank you. Because when I stop shooting, I kind of fall off the wagon too. So I'm right there with you. So that's why I say always look at your schedule and if you're willing to learn. But if you are, the tools in the market today are so fantastic. They will give you amazing results. So definitely works. And there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube. Yes, I have one for the 10 minutes flash tutorial. It will give you a good overview of the moves, but I will do a full dedicated showing neck and other techniques with the MyoLift Mini and a lot of more tips on how to get the best results because I feel like people are getting it, but they're not using it to its full potential. The same thing with the ZIIP. I'm going to keep giving tips and tutorials because I feel like people are not using it to the full potential. When you buy a device, they're expensive. You want to make sure you learn how to do it so you can get the best results. But you can. With a lot of devices in the market are amazing. I see. Did you use sunscreen by chance? Not a big fan, but just curious if you used it. No, I didn't. As I mentioned before, I've used to use olive oil on my teens. And I had a lot of even sun poisoning, which means my eyes were swollen for days and I couldn't even look. That was when I was a kid. Again, I hated put sunscreen. I remember crying and I loved the pool, so the pool washes it off. Now I'm dealing with that with my son, but I run after him, put it on, and he cries. But it's important, sunscreen, and I did not. So very, very, very important to use sunscreen. The lady does look wrinkle-free. Wonder how old she is. Yes, Melanie Simon that she's talking about. She is either 45 or 46, but I've met her in 2016, and her face was flawless. She had no makeup, and I bought the ZIIP in a store. When I first bought the ZIIP, I actually went to the store because I was reading about it, and it was so expensive. And I was like, I need to, she had a showing, and she does that sometimes in LA. So if you live in LA, check out Violet Gray, and she does a lot of tutorials there too. Like sometimes she does actually like that was before the quarantine. I haven't looked lately, but she used to actually do treatments on people with the ZIIP at the store. And I found one of those. I signed up and I actually got her to do the treatment on me, and I bought the ZIIP right away because I was like, whoa, this works. And she had no makeup and her skin was flawless and like beautiful, like no hyperpigmentation, no Botox, like she just looked flawless. And I was like, I'm sold. I bought it right away. And I did use it for a year and it did work. But I was younger, so now my needs are more and she keeps adding more things. So it's really cool that she keeps adding more things to it. And you can see her skin still looks the same. She like frozen in time. She looks exactly the same as she was in 2016 when I met her. So yeah, she's either 46 or 47. I remember the time we were very much the same age. She either a little older than me or the same age. I can't remember, but yeah, she's not, she's definitely older. And there's a device that a professional esthetician sells that it was like $750. Yes, I actually bought the device from my mom. I did buy $750. expensive. And I even talked to one of my friends. I have a very good friend on YouTube. She's amazing. It's Jan from Aloha Beauty Jan blog. Aloha Jan Beauty blog. And I always put her videos on the, like, she has a very good video on fascia that I put on my description box. She actually, I bought it because she did a tutorial and she used it for a while. And I bought it for my mom. And I tried once and it gave me really irritation. Like my skin was bit red and I broke out and I've never used it again. And I gave it to my mom. My mom did get some results from that one, but she stopped using it too. And that device, honestly, guys, it's $750. There's not a lot of research on it. Even Jan, my friend that used it for a while, she even agrees that after a while, she didn't feel like the results were worth it. And there's not a lot of research. So sometimes the price of the device doesn't equate the results. I'm not saying, like, I haven't used a device personally for a long time. So that is just my opinion from my mom. And I did buy it for her. So I don't know. I'm in defense of that device because it doesn't have a lot of research on it. It's an ultrasound device, which I'll have a video on ultrasound devices because I do use one, but this for fat removal, which maybe I'll do next week because I have gained some weight and I stopped using my treatments for the chin. I'll do that video and I'll talk about ultrasonic devices. Don't want to get into too much today, but yeah, that one, she actually sent it back to me, but I haven't used it and I don't want to sell it. I'm going to keep it. Maybe next time she comes over, she might use it. I did use on my mom and it did work. It plumped her skin, but the results were not long lasting. And when I tried on me for one time, it was a long time ago, I literally woke up with a bunch of acne. So it does bring up a lot of stuff to the surface and it's so strong. It's an EMS device as well. So you twitch like crazy. I love EMS for the jawline, which I have a video on it that really helped to chisel my jawline, but I don't like EMS for the rest of your face. I don't. I feel like it's too strong. Microcurrent is better for the rest of your face. And EMS is the best for neck, body, and this part. So I'll talk about it later. But, oh my God, I'm trying to figure out the name of it now. Oh my God, I forgot the name. But I do have the device. I gave it to my mom. And I feel that with that price, you can get a good microcurrent and a good radio frequency, and you get better results than that device. And I will put the video that Jen talks about it because she did use it for a long time, and she is also a very honest channel. And she showed her results, and then she talked about that actually broke. It cracked on its own, and for $750, again, I'm talking about quality because my ZIIP still works. Let me show close-ups. No cracks. You know, the line on the gold one is a little more wearing off, but no cracks. 2016. My friend Jen bought this device, which I forgot the name right now. Again, my mind is, I get foggy sometimes. And her device cracked. And then she came on her channel. She's also a very honest channel. And she said it cracked. She was so upset. She reached out to the company. They didn't want to change it. And eventually they did change it. But for $750 from regular use, you do not want a device to crack. Definitely not. And that was after I purchased already. And then my mom was already not using it. But so yeah, I don't... Again, I cannot say that it doesn't work because I haven't really used it, but I don't like that it cracked for that amount, for that price that you have to reach out to the company. They give you a little hard time for Jen, but they eventually change it. But she said she didn't drop it, and I trust her. So I don't suggest that device. And I know some estheticians sell it because it's a very strong device. I think you need to be an esthetician to sell it. Anyway, I'm just going to give you what I'll put the video so you can watch her video. I haven't personally used it, so then you can watch the video if you want more information about the device. But that was her experience, not mine. Did you use it yourself? Does it work? That device, if you're talking about the 750 device, I forgot the name of it, jeez. I only used it once just to test it when my mom was here, and it broke me out, so I did not want to use it again. Okay, my love. I love you. I'll see you later. My son is knocking at the door. My door is locked. Okay, I'll be done soon. Okay, I love you. I'll see you later. Sorry. My son is talking and they're Oh, I'm sorry, my love. My door is locked. I'm almost done. Sorry, guys. I know it's Saturday, so I will Do you want me to give a big hug? I can't, my love, because it's all the computers. I have so many things, lights, everything. He will fall off. But maybe next time I show you guys my son. He's almost 4 now. Yeah, so Sherry, she said, but all that money I spent on different devices, I could have bought it. Yes, that if you're talking about the 750 device, I agree. With that money, you could buy a radio frequency, a good microcurrent, and honestly, I feel like there's a lot more research on radio frequency microcurrent than on that specific device. I wish, and Jen mentions that too, I wish they had more research of the long-term use, because what Jen mentioned about the device is that it seemed like it causes like almost like an inflammation. And then you don't know if it's the inflammation that is causing the plumping or if it's the actual causing. I don't know. I don't want to say bad things because I haven't really used it, but Jen used it for a while. I'll put the video, if you guys want more info about it, on the description box. And she is going to share, that way you can see her experience if you guys want to check it out. I mean, I haven't personally used it, so I don't want to say from personal use. But I did try on my mom once and it worked. She took it to Brazil and then she shipped it back to me because she wasn't using. Yeah. And no, I just couldn't buy it. It's crazy money. Yes, it's a lot of money. $750 is a lot of money. Come give you a kiss. Okay, my son is coming really quick. I don't know if he's gonna mess up things. Sasha, come from the side here, filho. My son is gonna give me a kiss because he's heading out. Just don't come here.
Can I take a video with you?
Okay, just a really quick video. I'm just gonna put my water here. What? Okay. This is my son, Sasha. Say hi. Right there.
This is my son, Sasha.
My son, Sasha. Okay, he's going to go to the farm. Okay, have fun.
Bye, Mommy.
Bye. Have fun at the farm.
Dad was joking.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, my love. Okay, you can. Okay, bye. I love you. Bye. I love you. Hold on. Let's say bye here. Ooh, he's moving. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun at the farm. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Just gonna finish the chat.
No worries.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Have a good stream. Bye.
Bye. Bye bye. That was my son. He's going to the farm. It is Saturday, guys. I love hanging out with you guys too. But sorry about the interruption, because it is Saturday. Everybody's home. So, yeah. So, let me see. She also sells a cheaper microcurrent device that uses and recommends it all the time. There's so many microcurrent devices on the market. And as I said before, honestly, every device I've tried, and you can see on my channel before and afters, they work if you use it. So, you have to find the one that works for your budget and schedule and learn it. And you're going to get results. So that is the truth, so I don't know which device. There's so many different prices of devices, guys. And that's what I say. Just get the one that works for your budget and schedule and use it. And that is the best device and my advice for you guys. It works. So I don't know which one, but I bet it works too. Especially if she's an esthetician. I love estheticians. I wish I could do an esthetician course. I didn't, but I learned so much from my research, and I might still eventually do it, but just for myself. But I love it, so I'm sure she's knowledgeable. And again, I'm not bad-mouthing the 750 device. I'm sure it's great, depending on your needs. It did work for my mom. I did once, and she did look plumped. But she sent it back that she wasn't using. On me, it did not work. It broke me out. I have acne-prone skin, so maybe, I don't know. It just brings out so much to the surface. I forgot the name of the device. Oh, Time Master Pro. I remember now. Time Master Pro. I used it once. I do have it. I don't use it. I keep it because it was $7.50 and you can return it. Mine didn't crack, but my mom didn't use it enough. My friend Jen from Aloha Beauty blog, she's an esthetician too, and she did use it, and her cracked at the time. They sent her a new replacement, but she found also that, she wished there was more research on it. But any device work. If you want to try it, go ahead. It's depending of people's budget and needs. If you want to go ahead and try it, I will not, I cannot, how do you say it? Yeah, I used it once, I didn't. So let me go back. Oh, Sherry, you said you bought that one and didn't see much of a difference. Okay, so Sherry's sharing. Is that the 750 device, the Time Master Pro? I'm interesting because that's what Jen said. She did see some results and then she kind of stagnated on the results. And that was all. Again, I can't speak too much because I haven't personally used it consistently. And I only like to speak on devices that I have used consistently. That way I can show you before and afters and tell you my true, honest opinion and results. But I will put my friend's video from Jen. She used it for consistently, and I did purchase because of her. And but you know, she no longer uses it, and I'll put the video if you guys want to check it out and check her channel. She's amazing. Okay. So Sherry, this one I'll buy. Yes, Sherry, I will have more tutorials on it because I feel like people get the ZIIP and they don't use it. So if you do get it, reach out to me and I'll always have new tutorials, and keep an eye on my channel, and make sure to, if you can, you know, use it consistently, and you will get results. Definitely works. And keep me posted on it. And Sherry, she said, I just started using sunscreen. Me too, Sherry. I'm trying. I haven't been great, especially with my son. When I go in the park, I put sunscreen on him and I keep forgetting to put on myself. And that's why I feel like I'm getting more etched lines. So I'm glad that she came up with this tutorial because I do need it. But sunscreen is very, very important. Yes, I agree with you. I like, especially growing up, I was always so pale. Like I'm naturally pale looking. Like living in Brazil, like, you know, even now when people joke and say, oh, you're from Brazil, like you're so pale. When I was in Brazil, I was tan all the time because I did feel good being tan. But one thing about when you're younger, being tan is great for that summer, but then afterwards you pay for it. And I'm paying for it right now, believe me, from using olive oil as my sunscreen because I wanted to sizzle in the sun, literally, and I don't recommend. So sunscreen, definitely very important, especially if you have fair skin. And, you know, tan is great, but it doesn't last, but the wrinkles will last you, and the sun damage will last your lifetime, and it will get worse with time. How much is the ZIIP? Do you know? The ZIIP is, I think, 400 and something. And then I have, if you use my code, you can get 20% off all year round. But now they're having a Valentine's Day sale. So if you use the coupon code DARCYZIIP, you can get 25% off till February 14th. And then after that, it will go back to being 20%. So it's still a pretty good discount if you use my discount code, and it's an affiliate link, so it also helps my channel. If you guys decide to get the ZIIP, you know, I'll always leave affiliate links on the description box below that you can save some money, and also helps my channel. And I would never talk about a product that I haven't used. So I did buy the ZIIP a long time ago, and I'm very grateful that they give me the discount code and the affiliate. So I'll have that on the description box below if you're interested. But I think with my discount code, it's like 300 and something. Yeah, so it's like $4.95, I think. Can't remember right now, but with discount code is more affordable, especially depending on the time that you purchase. But I did purchase full price when I did buy it. There was no discount code. So now I'm glad that they have discount codes. Okay. Pardue said, I see, interesting, esthetician lady still doesn't become red. ZIIP is $4.95 before Darcy's code. Okay, thank you, Pardue. Yes, $4.95, and then you can get 25% off now, or 20% off all year round. And usually they update my code to whatever sale is going on. So if you use my code, it's always going to be the latest sale. And sometimes they give me exclusive discounts. So that way, if you use my code, always going to get the best price because they always update my code. It's always the same code. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is live. We're live, guys. I know a lot of my lives, I do a lot of graphs and information in the beginning, so you may not know we're live, but we're live. And I love to do these lives because we get to hang out with you guys. So always make sure to come back and let me know what days of lives work because I want to do more lives. I love answering your questions, guys. I love it. Sherry said, I want to find an esthetician that does treatments like this because they will do a better job. Melanie Simon actually is an esthetician and she still does treatment. She's called the electric esthetician. And I did look into estheticians that do like microcurrent. And I definitely suggest, if you want to, like, you know, try microcurrent, like a different types of techniques, go with an esthetician and then do the ones, the tools at home to keep your results, because I love estheticians. They do have a lot of knowledge, but a lot of the treatments that I saw, at least in the LA area, were 300 plus for the facials. And I rather have the money to buy a tool for me right now, because you know, I'm a review channel. I get out to try a lot of different things, but I did look into it. Like, I wanted to have a session with Melanie. I think paid sessions like 400 plus with her, but a regular esthetician treatment in LA can go from like $295 to for more. So right now my finances doesn't allow me to go to estheticians, but if you can afford, yeah, definitely estheticians are great. Because they do have a lot of knowledge of the muscle structure, but I find that you can get great results with tools at home too. If you learn how to use them, you know, and you can see my before and afters from my channel to see that I did achieve very good results on my own. But I love estheticians. I feel like if you can afford to get a facial and go to estheticians, definitely do, and then do the tools at home to keep up the results. So that's an option as well. I definitely recommend. Sherry said, I have wrinkles on my hooded lid, so it's almost impossible to wear eyeshadow. I'm right there with you, Sherry. And if you look at my eye hood lifting challenge that I started, I talk about that. And if you have the Nira, Sherry, you can use the Nira on your eye hoods and it will help with the scrapiness. I'm not talking about your eyeballs, okay? I'm talking about this part here. And on my eye hood lifting challenge, make sure you check out, I'll leave the timeline, the playlist on the description box below. That way you can see all the ones I've done. Because I've used the MyoLift in one, I used the ZIIP in one, I'm currently testing the Bear. I'm doing different tutorials for eye hoods, but one thing I'm doing every week with my eye hood lifting challenge is using the Nira laser on my hoods. And what that does, especially as we get older, we start getting thinning skin. So this skin start getting thinner and crepier, and the Nira helps to do that, to lift this area up and make it less crepey. So not the eyeballs in here. Watch the tutorial I show every week, and I've combining, because again, I'm right there with you, Sherry. As I get older, just microcurrent will not cut it for this area, because as I lift this, I start having this sagginess and the thinning of this area, loss of elasticity, and that causes the skin to not just be hooded, but also be thin and saggy and crepey. So I'm using the Nira laser here, and since I think you said you have the Nira, use it here too. You'll be amazed. I actually find the Nira laser works even faster on the hoods than it does on the eyes. And on I'm on week 4 right now. I just started week 4, but on week 3, I show my week 3 results, and you can already see what the Nira laser is doing to this area and how is it actually causing it to be more firm and less crepey. And I'm right there with you. I love eyeshadow, and when I don't use microcurrent or I stop my tools, I cannot even use makeup, because I can make amazing eye looks and you can't even see it because it's hooded and everything looks bad and crepey. But that's why I'm doing the eye hoods challenge, because I actually need it myself, because I want to use more makeup and I want this area to be more lifted and have more room and, you know, look better. Especially as we get older, I notice that too, the crepiness and the thinning of the skin. So the Nira does help. So definitely check that out if you want to see, since you already have the Nira, the type of tutorials you can do for that. I'm scared to have surgery. Yeah, Sherry, some people do have surgery. I know a lot of people that do. It does give you a little bit of a scar here, like very tiny, but I've seen people doing it. And again, tools can only get you to so much. I can't see your eyes, Sherry, so I would suggest, if you want to try the Nira, at least for 90 days, try with microcurrent, do the eye hood lifting challenge that I'm doing, which I'm going to continue doing and show you my progress. Do it for at least 90 days, because again, depending on each age, and you're in your 60s, so everybody has different needs. It may take longer for you to see results, but you will get some amazing results. But then, if you do it for 9 days and it's not enough, then you may consider, you know, a different type of treatment. But I find that you will get some really good results if you do it for 90 days. So do the challenge with me. See the techniques that I'm using for the hoods and the Nira laser, and I'm also using the oil lift. But even if you just have the Nira and the microcurrent, they should give you amazing results as well. So try that before surgery and then see, where you are. Because and that's one thing, an esthetician actually, I watch her on YouTube. I forgot her name right now. Oh my God, I'm actually getting hungry, so I'm kind of forgetting things, but I forgot her name. I love watching estheticians on YouTube. So she actually had a neck surgery, and she got a lot of heat for that. But she was saying that, she's older, and she was a decision she made, and I think people should respect people's decisions. But she said even though she did a surgery, she also did a lot of treatments, and that helped with the surgery, because it's much better if she did the treatments that she did and had less to take off and fix than having a very advanced aging on the neck and having to do a harder procedure. So that was interesting that she did share that. Oh my God, I forgot her name. I forgot her name. I watch her all the time. I forgot her name. Anyway, so that was something that she did say. So even if you're considering surgery, anybody that's watching this, definitely try tools first, because you will not lose the results. Like, it could help with surgery, because if your aging is so advanced that the tools may not give you the results are enough for you, because they will give you results. But honestly, guys, no tool will make you look 25, okay? And I'm not here to tell you that, because it's not true. Nobody's going to look 25 with tools. But you will look the best version of yourself. You'll look more rested, you have more lift, you have more collagen. So that goes up to you if that's enough for you. A surgery or Botox or fillers may give you different results, and that's what you have to see. What do you want to try? But I highly suggest people try tools first for at least 3 months, and then decide if they need surgery, if they need to add another tool, because it might be enough for you. If it's enough, then you don't need surgery. So definitely, Sherry, since you have the Nira laser and you have microcurrent, do those two first for 3 months, and then see if you still need surgery. And if you do, that's your choice, and you have to at least try. But I can tell you, you will see a difference that maybe you may not need surgery. So, but definitely try first. And I definitely suggest that. Pardu said, I almost never don't use eyeshadow. I don't want to go into my eyes. I just do a bit of eyeliner, and that's about it. I'm right there with you. As I'm getting older, and especially when I stopped my tools last year, I was so upset, because I was having this amazing canvas, like when I was doing consistently. You can watch my channel. Like, I had so much more eyelid space. Now it's getting back. I'm getting more eyelid space for the challenge that I'm doing right now for you guys, and the tutorials. So definitely try that if you have the tools. And even if you don't have the Nira or have a microcurrent, try doing the techniques I show in that tutorial, because it will make a difference. So that's what I talk about on that video. I'm combining tools, but even if you have one of the tools, do that, and then you see a difference, and then see if you need to add more. That's my honest opinion. But I definitely find that as we get older, we do have to change our makeup techniques. And I love highlights, but if I have too many fine lines, and I did gain a lot more last year from worrying, from squinting, from even my 11s, because I stopped microcurrent on my face and many things, I could not use the highlight. I had to literally wash it off. It looked horrible. It looked like stripes. But after I did these, it looks so much more smoother. I might be able to use more highlights. But again, you have to adapt. As we get older, we do have to adapt. I'm kind of minimalist, no surgery, not much makeup, just me, LOL. I agree. That's my goal on my channel, to age gracefully. I want to look like myself, and I'm hoping that I don't have to resort to surgery. My mom never done it, and she's gonna be 70 this year, and she looks, like an older person, but she looks great. She looks great for her age. She does use the tools. I sent her a lot of stuff. She uses it. She's not as consistent, so sometimes she looks better, sometimes she doesn't look, because I ask her, Mom, are you using the tools? And, it's life. You get busy. You don't want to do it. And when she's not using it, she does look more her age. But when she uses microcurrent and she uses the things I sent to her, she does look better. And she's not going to look 25, but she looks like a lot younger. People think she looks a lot younger than her age, because she does use tools. And she did Botox a few times. She doesn't do it anymore, and she had some bad reactions to Botox, and that's one of the reasons I don't want to do it. But because of my mom, and I don't know if that runs in the family, she had horrible headaches, and she also had the heavy eye, like it hooded her eyes completely. So she doesn't use that, but it wore off, and now she just uses tools. and she's going to be 70 this year, and she looks great. And that's my goal. I want to be like my mom. I want to look great at my age, but look like myself. That is my choice, you know, and I respect everybody's choices. So whatever works for you, you do it. And in Brazil, I didn't used to wear makeup. I started using makeup here in the US, and I actually started using makeup because of YouTube. I started learning on YouTube, and I love it. But I find that I found makeup way late in my life, my late 30s. And now I have to adapt because, you know, our skin ages and I not be able to do the same thing I did when I first started using it, but we adapt. And I love it. Sherry said, when I get 62, so as I get older, you get wrinkles is life. Exactly, Sherry. We do get wrinkles. And I have them, and they're getting, again, when I don't do my tools, they get more pronounced. And that's why you can see them more pronounced now, because I wasn't doing anything. But when I do use it consistently, you can watch my videos and my skin just looks great. And that's why I keep using it, and my channel keeps me on track. So the same thing with my mom. You can be 63, and obviously you're going to have some wrinkles, as you can see. You know, I don't think we're going to be able to look 25 with tools. And I don't think even with anything we want to look 25, because I find that it kind of looks weird, guys. But comment below if you agree. When somebody is on their 60s and their face looks completely frozen and they look 25, but their bodies and they don't look 20, it looks kind of weird. So I do like better that we should embrace our wrinkles. And when my goal of my channel is to look the best that you can at your age, that means you might have some wrinkles, but they might be less pronounced. You know, your skin might look better quality. You may look more rested. And I think that's the goal. I don't think any tools will make you look 25 again, but you can be a good, you know, 63-year-old that will look really good for your age. And that's my goal. I want people to look at me as like, you look great for your age. I take that as an amazing compliment because that's my goal. That's what I strive for my channel, to age gracefully. But we're all going to age. Age is something we should be happy with. That means we're alive. That means we have wise. I smile a lot because of my son, so I earned those wrinkles. But I would love when they get less pronounced. And that's why I'm so happy to have this. And also notice that it helps to see when I'm smiling, it's looking less crinkly too. So it does help to relax the actual dynamic wrinkles, not just the filtering thing. I noticed that too, so I want to mention. So definitely, life gives you wrinkles and we should embrace it and we should be happy because that means we're alive and we're happy, we're having expressions. And that is very, very important. So thanks for sharing that, Sherry. I totally agree with you. Pardue said, question for Darcy. What is different between the ZIIP GX or OX? Do you use OX? Okay, I mentioned that before in case you missed it, Pardue. They're exactly the same. The only difference is the color. One has the color gold, one has the color silver, and the gel that comes with it. The gold ZIIP, which is either GX or OX, I call them gold and silver, is the color. It comes with the gold gel, which is great for anti-aging. But if you have acne-prone skin, you can use it with the acne setting at the end if you want to keep using the gold gel. But if you have acne-prone skin, I suggest the silver gel, which is actually more affordable, still has great ingredients, never broke me out, or the crystal gel. So the only difference between these two ZIIPs is the gel. And I know it's not very clear. I also got confused because I bought the gold thinking was the biggest one or had more stuff. It's the same features. What makes the ZIIP so great is the app. The app, they keep adding things and it syncs with the app. This is able to create multiple waveforms, multiple tipos. I'm speaking Portuguese now. Multiple types of treatments. And what makes this so great is the app. But you can use without the app. Once you sync the treatment, you can just turn it on and will be, if you learn the movements, you can just do the last treatment. And you need to go back to the app if you want to find other treatments or update the app if you want newer treatments. But they're exactly the same. So I want to make sure I clarified that in case you didn't catch when I answered. Question 2. Do you think this device would be super useful for erasing neck wrinkles? I've mentioned that earlier. I'm going to be testing on it. But the thing about neck wrinkles, which I'm going to have a dedicated series on it because I want to tackle that too. You can see I need it. Whenever I treat my neck wrinkles, it gets better. And whenever I treat my neck wrinkles, it gets a lot better. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna need some water. Sorry. I love doing the lives and just I get super dry. And I'm looking down a lot because I'm looking at the questions. So Sorry, I'm not making as much eye contact. I just realized that I'm just looking down a lot. So yeah, so the neck wrinkles when I use the tools, which I think LED lights helps a lot. Radio frequency has helped, and I use them together. I may do a series on the necklines, and I will continue using this because the thing about necklines, guys, it's the same thing that I mentioned with my wrinkles on my eyes. If you keep making the movements, they're not going to go away, because that's why people use Botox, because when you kill the movement, then you kill the wrinkle. But you can smooth the wrinkles, but if you keep doing the movements, they will go back unless you keep smoothing them out, which that's what I'm going to be doing and update with you guys. But the neck wrinkles are a lot because of our phones, technology. I'm always looking down. I'm trying my best not to do that. But there are things you can do to help smooth them out. But unless you keep doing the movement, they will keep coming back. So I have videos that I've used just LED lights, and it helps smooth them out. And I use for 30 days. But now I want to do the same thing I'm doing with my eye hoods, combine tools, because I want to tackle them with also radio frequency, because I'm getting a lot of sagginess. And guys, if you look at my décolletage, is really, really aged a lot this last year. So I want to tackle with radio frequency too, because I feel like the loss of collagen, you can really see from the video, but I'll take a before and after. And I'm going to work on my neck and décolletage for next video. But this definitely helped to smooth the lines. But again, if you keep making the movement, it's going to come back unless you treat with the collagen area and stop doing the movement. So that's my suggestion. So it definitely is useful. And she has other treatments for the neck as well on the app. And I'll test them out for you guys. But this one, I found that it did smooth out my forehead lines too. But the most effects I saw on my eyes, because it was the ones that it was my most concern. So definitely it does help. Yes, Sherry, but I'm sure you're beautiful. Yes, Sherry, you do look beautiful. So any age, you look beautiful. And from your photo, yes, I agree with part 2. You look beautiful, Sherry. And whenever you ask questions, you always have amazing questions. So thanks for being here. And you look beautiful for 63. I wouldn't give you 63 from that photo. Darcy, do you think the ZIIP is the best for someone that's 63? Honestly, I think the ZIIP is good for any age, and especially if you're older. I do feel like the ZIIP or the MyoLift Mini are good options because they give you more a variety of deeper treatments, because I'm right there with you. I'm only 45, I'll be 46, but I've noticed as I'm getting older, I have different needs, and ones that I'm getting more concerned to is loss of volume, and not many things can work on volume, and the ZIIP has a mode for volume, which I'm going to be testing next if you want to watch that, Sherry, and I'll definitely share my experience with it, because as I'm getting older, I'm getting, that's why people put fillers, which I'm not going to do it because it makes people look kind of crazy. No judgment, but I don't, I don't like the look of fillers, and again, it's temporary as well. I cannot afford to keep putting that on as well. But I'm having more hollowness here, and I'm going to test the ZIIP for that too, because it does have a setting called plumping, and it should plump your cheeks and the under eye hollow. Again, uses a waveform that no other microcurrent has for that. So definitely feel like the ZIIP is a good device for older people because it gives you more variety of needs, like for smoothing, for plumping, for wrinkles, for volume, and also for hyperpigmentation. I'm going to test the hyperpigmentation setting because I'm getting a lot more from, again, not using sunblock. So I'll keep you posted. So I definitely feel like the ZIIP is a good device for older people too, because it has so many different treatments and she keeps adding them more. So I definitely suggest it does work. So especially for hooded eyes. The ZIIP has a setting for hooded eyes. So if you want to watch, I did use the ZIIP for my eye hood lifting challenge, and I show and it did help to lift my eyebrows a lot. And that week, I think I mentioned in the video, I was crying, I was not sleeping, but my eyes, I look exhausted before and after, because I always take a before and after for the week that I'm testing. Obviously, I'm not testing the ZIIP for 3 months for the hoods, but I did for a week. And when you see the before and after, my eyebrows are so much more lifted, even though I look like, I didn't use under my eyes, but I have dark circles and I look puffy from crying. But on the before and after, I've been having a lot of stress this year, guys. Don't want to talk too much about it, but that's life. And I do cry a lot. So, and that week was impressive because even with all my crying, with my, lack of sleep, my eye hoods looked lifted. So check out, and there, it's cumulative because I'm using different microcurrents for that series. I'm using different devices to show different techniques with the device that you have, but it did work for that week. So definitely does work for hooded eyes as well. And all the microcurrents do, because you're lifting the muscle. And I mentioned on my series, you also, if you're working on the hoods, you want to work on the forehead. And lifting this, you lift your hoods as well. So it's great. So yeah, definitely does work for that. Also, can you get results without the app? Yes, the app with the ZIIP, as I mentioned before, it's only for syncing the treatments. But the ZIIP itself is like a computer, okay? So that's why I feel like people get confused with the ZIIP. The ZIIP itself is like a computer. It has all the components to be able to sync with the app and produce waveforms and produce current, produce nanocurrent and microcurrent, and also create different type of waveforms. And it's very solid. If you get the ZIIP, it feels like a solid device because it's kind of like a computer. So you need the app to sync the treatments. So the app sends information to the ZIIP of use this waveform, use this microcurrent for this treatment. And then once you sync, you don't need the app. You can just press the ZIIP, learn the movements, obviously, because she does have different tutorials for each of the treatments. But once you learn the movements and you do sync in the app, you can just pick up and go and always remember the last setting that you use on the ZIIP. But if you need to switch treatments, you have to go back to the ZIIP and watch the tutorial, learn the tutorial, and then sync, so that way the ZIIP can get the information for the new treatment. And that's what is really cool, because each year she adds new treatments, so she gives you new waveforms, new microcurrent, new things that you can sync it up. So it's kind of like having a computer that gets updated with the information. But you do not need the app to use it the whole time. Once you learn the treatment, you can just sync and turn off your phone and then pick up and go. But you do have to learn the movements and sync in the app first. So hopefully that's clear, because I know people get confused with that too, and that's why I'm going to do more tutorials with the ZIIP, because you do not need the app all the time. It's just for syncing. It's kind of like a computer. You update, get, and then you can just pick up and go, add, sync, and then close the app, pick up and go. So yeah, so you can get results without the app, but you need to sync it. And that's the only thing. And then the information is already saved. So for next time. I feel that I'm not good at the apps. Yes, I agree. Apps can be a little, like people don't like apps a lot, but I find that from all the microcurrent apps in the market, the ZIIP is the best one and the most advanced, user-friendly one, because I find that some of the other apps that I have with my other devices, they crash or it's hard to understand. The ZIIP one is pretty easy. And again, once you sync, you just need to sync with the app. So if you decide to get the ZIIP, Sherry, make sure you check my tutorials. It's not complicated, but I understand. My mom also, she had some, she's also in her 60s. And I know sometimes people don't like apps. But what I like about the ZIIP is that you have an app that gives you different treatments, but you don't need the app to actually use it. Once you learn it, you just sync. And it goes really, really quick. And I will definitely help you if you need it, but you can use without the app, but you do need the app to get the treatments into the ZIIP. So hopefully that makes sense, but I know people have that question, so that is a great question. And I feel like that's why people get confused with the ZIIP. So I'll have a video with a full app tutorial showing how to use basically almost all the treatments. I left a couple treatments to do on the lives because they're shorter, but there's treatments from 2 minutes to 14 minutes. And that way you guys can, see all the different treatments and the different app settings. So keep an eye on my channel for that. I will have that coming up soon. I already shot it. It's just very long for editing. So yep, that is so true about makeup. Yeah, makeup when we get older, are we talking about we have to adapt. And I love highlights, but unfortunately I cannot do all crazy highlights anymore. I have to keep it, simple, but this setting will definitely help, because when I had the wrinkles before I did this treatment, when I put the Charlotte Tilbury highlight, the newer one, the older one did not do that to me even now. It was crazy. I look crazy. That's the thing. Oh my God, that is so sweet, Sherry, but I'm going to show the photo here. I do have wrinkles. I do have them, and nothing wrong with wrinkles. And I got some more hatch lines now too. And I do feel like sometimes with the lights, they get blurred out, so you don't see as much. So that's why photos are good to really show. But I do have wrinkles, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I find that they get a lot better when I do my tools. But the photo you saw is without doing radio frequency, without doing the neuro, without doing anything for a while. So you can see I do have it, and on my other side too, they come back. And what I'm getting now, and I'm noticing, no, that's the next day. This is the before from my other side. So I do have wrinkles, Sherry, and it's okay. It's fine. I'm 45. It's normal. And from smiling, you know, it shows I'm a happy person. You know, I smile a lot for my son, and that causes wrinkles, and it's okay. But I find that they do get smoother with the tools, for sure. The early age, start modalities, it helps when you're older. You know, it does. There's a way that you can help prevent. But honestly, I started microcurrent in my late 20s, but I wasn't as consistent. So it could have prevented a little bit, but unless you're consistent, it doesn't help as much. But if you are consistent and you want to start earlier, it definitely helps. But I find microcurrent from all the modalities, you still see results even when you start older. But definitely anything that you start as a preventing method, I find microcurrent is a good one to do because it works for any age, and it does help to relax the muscles, so it helps a lot. But I also find that microcurrent does work in any age, even when you're older, for correcting. But anything that you start earlier definitely helps. I used microcurrent for the first time in my late 20s, but I wasn't as consistent. But whenever I find that I found more results as I got older because I had more things to correct. So definitely, you can use microcurrent to prevent as well as correct. Thank you. Gold is GX. Got it. And the OX is the silver. Thank you, Pardue, for clarifying. I was trying to look online, but I didn't. Now they have a new face. Yes, Sherry, I saw that they have a new face. I have not tried that one. But I had the first new face, the one with the 9-volt battery, and I had the first new face after that, you know, oh my God, try something, I forgot. I'm losing my mind with names today. The try something, new face, try something. And mine still works, by the way. Still works. It still works. And I will use it consistently for a long time. And then I got pregnant because I had 2 pregnancies. One, I had a miscarriage and I was using the ZIIP. Not during the pregnancy. I was using the ZIIP and I stopped when I got pregnant. And then I had a miscarriage. And then I used the new face. And also for, maybe it was the opposite way around. Actually, the other way around. Switch that. Because I feel like I've been pregnant for so long because I had 2 pregnancies back to back. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. But anyway, one pregnancy, I was using the new face before. And the other pregnancy, I was using the ZIIP before. When I was using the ZIIP, my results did last. When I used the new face for the same amount of time, in 2 weeks, my results went away, which made me so upset. And that's why I don't talk too much about the new face, because it did work when I was using it, but I felt like I lost my results really quick after. But I haven't tried the new face. I did try the new face fix. I didn't like it. Mine cracked right away, which I'll talk about when I do ranking microcurrent, but I have not tried the new face. It looks good. It looks like I have different waveforms because the original face was galvanic current. And again, I can do a whole video about different currents of microcurrent. The ZIIP uses microcurrent and nanocurrent in different waveforms. The new face uses galvanic current, which is a different type of microcurrent. So maybe that current was not as long lasting as true microcurrent, which is what MyoLift Mini uses. And I think that's what the ZIIP uses, true microcurrent. Anyway, so there's a variety of different things of microcurrent, but the new face did work for me when I was using it. The only thing I didn't like was that I lost my results too quickly. Like 2 weeks after I started using it, I felt like my results lost. And when I used the bear and I had to stop the bear when I had COVID for like 2 months, I kept my results from the bear for 2 months. So blew me away. And that's why the bear is my favorite. But my new face still works. I still have it, and I might talk about it in a future video. Never broke out my new face, but the ones I bought for my mom and dad broke out really quickly, and that's why it kind of made me very upset because I had to send it to Brazil. And they were great about exchanging my mom's. And then the second new face my mom had broke too, but that was more recent. Mine is a lot older. So I wonder if they changed the factory, because I get comments a lot on my channel about their new faces breaking quickly. And that's why I don't recommend, because I bought three new faces, and then Mine Still Works was the first one. Actually, 4 new faces because I bought the 9-volt one, the first not tri-wave, the first one that has different attachments. Still works. And then I bought for my mom and my dad, and they're broke. My mom was exchanged, and the second one broke again, but they're in Brazil, so she couldn't exchange it. So that really made me upset. So I did not buy any more new faces. But the ZIIP, bought 2016, still works, never cracked, never broke. So that goes to show is a long-lasting device. It's expensive, but so is the new face. So that is just my true, honest opinion. But I have not tried the new one. So if you do, please let me know. Sherry, you have the Aura Lift. Use it. Use the Aura Lift with microcurrent, and that's what I'm doing right now. I have a whole video on the Aura Lift that I use it by itself, and recently I started using the Aura Lift with my new microcurrent treatment for the eyes, and I feel like it's the best thing to do, especially at 63, because the Aura Lift helps to actually lift your, it creates a space here, so it helps to shift things what they used to be. So it helps to get more of, it also helps with the under eye hollows too, but I just started using it. So combining with microcurrent and the Aura Lift would be the best bet. So definitely use your Aura Lift with the microcurrent. Every third day, use the Aura Lift. Watch my Aura Lift video for tips, but use it and you will get results. Believe me, I think the best combination is the Aura Lift with the microcurrent, and you will definitely see, especially being 63, the best results. Okay. Which radio frequency device do you recommend? The Nebulift is on sale, but it's expensive. Yeah, the Nebulift is on sale now. I also have a coupon code for the Nebulift that you can add on top of the sale. I love the Nebulift. It's a different type of radio frequency. And watch my Nebulift video, Sherry, because I have a very detailed video on what is a Nebulift, how to use it. I'm actually probably going to do a demonstration on it too soon. So keep an eye on that. I love the Nebulift. It's a very gentle microcurrent, but you have to use daily for 10 minutes. So that's the only thing about the Nebulift that you have to always lose. It's a device made to be used daily. So you have to use daily for 10 minutes. So that's the only thing you have to account for the best results, because it's made to be part of a routine. But it's only 10 minutes. So if you combine it with other devices, that works. But yes, it's very expensive because the technology on it is very advanced. I also love the NUA, but the NUA, you have to use it consistently for 3 months, and then after that you can go to twice a week. I also have a great video on the NUA, and my results were lasting. And then when I try other devices, I felt like it kept my results. So the NUA also works, but it's a different technology. The NUA, you feel more of a heat. Is warmer. So watch my 2 videos and see which one works for you. The NUA is cheaper than the Nebulift, and you have to use less time, but in the beginning you have to use it longer for 30 minutes for like 2 to 3 months, and then you go to twice or once a week. And the Nebulift, you always have to use it every day. So for 10 minutes. So that's the main difference, and also the price, but they both work. They both give amazing results for anti-aging, and I use the NUA longer. I want to get back to using the Nebulift because I tested different devices, but when I did use the Nebulift, I did like it. I feel like it's a great device, and it's very gentle. But again, you have to make sure you have the time to use it because it's 10 minutes daily, and you have to keep using it. So that's the only thing. But it's on sale now, and I do have a coupon code. I'll put that in the description box below if you want to check it out, because you can actually get extra discount with my coupon code, even on the sale. So that is really cool. They just start doing that, and that is awesome. So I'll leave that on the description box below if you're interested. But watch my Nebulift video and the NUA and see if you need it. Because if you have the Aura Lift, Sherry, honestly, try the Aura Lift with microcurrent at the not at the same time, but you know, as a routine, and wait and see if you need it, because it might be all you need. But at 63, you might need extra collagen because we're losing the collagen. So see how it goes. But I definitely feel the Aura Lift with the microcurrent will give you a big change, and then see if you need to add the Nebulift or the NUA for extra plumping of the collagen, because we do lose it. I'm losing a lot of collagen. So you might need to combine it, but definitely use the Aura Lift with the microcurrent. You get results too. I think Darcy's going to read my comments and we'll go. The lady does look wrinkle-free. Wonder how old she is. I mean, Melanie, the esthetician. Of course, Darcy, you're wrinkle-free too. Oh, you're so sweet. I do have wrinkles. Obviously, you know, I'm 45, so they might not be as deep as other people, but yeah, but I do have them. But Melanie is probably my age or a little older, and she looks flawless. So thank you so much, Pardu, and thanks for being here. I know it's a very long live, but I appreciate everybody that's here. Thank you so much. So bye. See you later. Take care. I'm also going to leave soon. I'm going to finish the chat and I'm going to also head out. But thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. Cutie at the door. Bye. See you later. Oh, so cute. So cute. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys talking about my son, Sasha. Yeah, I'm still catching up on the chat. Yeah, my son is so cute. Christy Bayer. Oh yeah, Christy Bayer. Yeah, that's the esthetician I talk about her later. Thank you. I watch her all the time, and she did get a neck surgery. She got a lot of heat for it. I shouldn't feel people should give heat for it. She's honest too. I like her channel, and she said something that is really true. Even if you do get work done, using tools will help you recover and help you get your skin prepared for it. So I do like her. I like her channel as well, and she also talked about the Time Master Pro as well. But she's I like the Jen from Aloha Jen Beauty blog. It's a long name. Review on the Time Master Pro better because she used it, and besides she's an esthetician as well, she gave her an opinion on her actual usage, and experience. Yeah, I know I'm a little behind on the answer. I typed these questions while you were doing the treatment. Oh, don't worry, Pardue. It's fine. I'm going through the chat now, and I think it's helpful to anybody that's logging in. So feel free to ask the questions and continue. And I'm so excited to be with you guys today and answering all your questions. It's been great. If I can ask more, I know we've been keeping up for a while. What do you think about Melanie Serum C? It's $200. That is expensive. I know she has a skin line series. I have not tried her serum C. I have tried some great vitamin C serums. They are cheaper. So I can't really speak from, experience. She does have great skincare. Like I love the formulations of the gels. But I don't know, for $200, something that you have to use consistently, if it's within your budget, then definitely try. It's not within my budget, unfortunately. But I do have some great skincare that I tried, guys, and also have vitamin C on it from Medicube. Check out my Medicube video because it's pretty affordable skincare line from Korea, and it's amazing. Whenever I use their products, I see results instantly. It blows me away, and they're pretty affordable. I find from all the skincare that I tried lately, the Medicube one blew me away because a lot of skincare you have to use for a long time to see results. And again, at a $200 price tag, most people cannot use long enough to see results because anything you have to use it like 3 months to really give it some results. And with skincare, I find that it's really hard to afford. I like to invest on tools better because I find that even if I don't use it for a while, when I use it, I get better results like that. It's better than skincare that I'm be spending so much money, but I have tried some good recent skincare that I was blown away. So definitely check. I have a video called Skincare That Actually Works from Medicube. And they sent me some products and I purchased myself and I've repurchased, and Medicube is affordable. And they also have a vitamin C, which I will try next. They have a vitamin C line as well. So check Medicube first, honestly, because it is affordable, and every single thing I tried for them blew me away. Like my favorite skincare products right now are from Medicube, and when I'm not as consistent with skincare because I love tools and I like time. But when I do use their skincare, and I show it on the video, my skin is so good on that video, and I was using consistently. So check out Medicube skincare. The video that I have on my channel is called Skincare That Actually Works. Check that video out. And maybe try their products first because they're a lot more affordable and really powerful with clinical trials as well. And see, because Melanie's C serum probably does work. She's amazing. But $200 is pretty high price tag. I'd rather spend that money on a ZIIP, honestly, than on skincare. And that's my thing with skincare. I'd rather spend that money on a tool than on skincare, and that's why I like Medicube, because they're affordable and they do work. And they also have great skincare tools too that I have reviewed. So definitely check out. I highly, highly recommend. That's the one I've been using myself. Not right now. I stopped with everything, trying to get it back on track, and I'll definitely share with you guys anything that I'm using. So definitely, yeah, Penny has. I love Penny. I love her channel too. I love a lot of estheticians on YouTube. They're great. They have great information. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Medicube is a skincare line that Yeah, so hold on a second. Medicube, they have skincare tools and they have also skincare. But a lot of people don't talk about their skincare. They did send me some skincare and I tried and I like it so much that I actually purchased a lot. I actually have a box that I just purchased right now that arrived, and I have a giant box here. So I truly buy their products. Even though they send me, the review is stuff from they send me and stuff I purchase and repurchase. So I love their products. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you this because I have some other stuff in here too, but yeah, I have my mirror here because I put it here. It was on top. I just have to show you. So, in my bear, but I actually just got this box from Medicube. Not joking, it's right here. So my channel is very honest. I literally speak what I do, and I literally just received this box that I purchased myself. I have is the best conductivity gel for microcurrent. It's amazing, super affordable too. And I actually just got the vitamin C, and that's why the Deep Vita C ampoule, bought them myself. And this one, it's unbelievable. It's called the Collagen Night Wrapping Cream. I show in the video, this actually creates a layer on your skin that you peel it off in the morning. So their skincare works, guys, and it's very, very unique. I got a mask. I got, oh my god. See, I have this whole box here of products that I got. I purchased all them myself. Their Cica line is also really, really good. Super Cica cream if you have redness. So anyway, I preach what I teach. I teach what I preach? Oh, I don't know how the saying. Anyway, I just received this box of products from Medicube that I actually bought. And I continue to buy their products because they do work. And I have done review of their products too on my channel with before and afters. And they do work. So I highly recommend Medicube. They are amazing. Let me see. Just one more. I have pretty sad acne scars from my teen years. My idea the device I can use to make a meaningful difference. Well, part two, I actually have tested a device. I also have acne scars too. And I stopped using it right now because I'm testing a lot of microcurrent. But I did try the Medicube air shot device, and I have a review. When I was using that consistently, it actually did help with this scar here. This is actually an acne scar. It was a lot more, it has a white, so the white is harder to correct than darker, but this acne scar here, it feels more flushed, and I did the Medicube air shot device, which is kind of like a alternative to microneedling, because microneedling is the best thing for acne scars. If your skin can handle it, you can go to an esthetician or you can try to do it at home. But doing it at home is a lot more risky because you have to be really careful. Microneedling is the only thing that's going to get rid of scars. That's plain simple. But the Medicube device that I tried, the Air Shot, has a technology that is needle-free and it does mimic the needles. So it did help with my skin texture. I stopped using right now because when you're using the Medicube Air Shot, you cannot use it the same day that you do microcurrent. And right now, since I'm testing the Bear, I have to do the Bear daily. I'm testing different microcurrent devices for my my eye hood lifting challenge, and also, which include this area that I was using the Air Shot device. The Air Shot device you use about twice a week, but if you do it the same day you do microcurrent, you get some redness because it is like microneedling. The same thing that if you do microneedling, you don't do it the same day you do microcurrent. So that's why I stopped. But if you look at my video from the Air Shot, my skin texture was help, and it did help, which is still lasting, with the flattening of this scar here, which is a scar. I had this huge acne. I actually used to do shoots, like camera work, and I was outside. I scratched the acne, and it became a cystic, like a giant acne. I had to go to the hospital to get it drained, and this is what happened. They had to literally cut the acne. I know, gross. But I have this scar here, and it feels less flushed because it was actually like a raised, like a keloid scar, and it has helped with the Air Shot. I found that it's a lot more flush to the skin. But again, the white, it's really hard to get back with anything. But if you have acne scar, microneedling, you can search different microneedles, or you can try the Air Shot device too. That worked for me. I will continue using it and update you guys on more, but it helped with pores and acne scar without the needles. So definitely, I like that one. Sherry, she says, I don't like Medicube from the reviews. I have to tell you something. I've actually saw some people reviewing Medicube that they haven't really used it. Which I love some estheticians. I love a lot of estheticians on YouTube. And there's the only thing I don't agree. I'm not going to mention names, but there's two estheticians. Oh, no, one esthetician and one YouTuber that I love. They have different opinions on Medicube devices than me, because I actually used it consistently by itself and it does work. And you can see from my before and afters. And in the past, they reached out to me and I actually said no to them multiple times because I had the same feeling. I kept seeing them everywhere on Instagram, everywhere on YouTube. And I was like, and even a YouTuber that I love, she said like, oh, it's a scam. But I don't think it's a scam because I did use it and they're real products, they're affordable. But I felt like it was really strong terms, considering she didn't really use the device consistently. She just had a feeling because the way they do their marketing. But they are a very good company. Honestly, they send me stuff, they let me try it. And if you see my reviews, they let me try for a long time. And I always tell them, and they actually tell you need to show before and afters. And I do that too. But I even give a step further. Like I say, I need to test it for a very long time. And they're very understanding. Whenever a company reach out to me to send products and they tell me, you need to give in a review within a week, I tell them no. I tell them no because I don't think any, tool will give you a result within a week. And I'm an honest channel. And you can see my reviews. I really test the devices and I never, ever, ever would tell you about a device that didn't work for me because I show the photo and I tell you the opinion, from actually using it. So there are a few videos that I saw from people that I love on YouTube that said negative things about Medicube that I don't agree because one, they use multiple things. So it's kind of hard for them to see the results and they didn't even give it a good chance. They kind of based on the things I had on the website and I guess the marketing, because you can see them everywhere and I had the same feeling. So, but if you watch my reviews, I'm an honest channel and I truly tried the products I tried and their skincare and it did work for me. And I felt they were pretty honest. They let me try the products a long time. They didn't tell me, anybody that actually sends me products or I do sponsor or send me stuff for free. I never agree with anybody that wants me to say a specific thing. I'm a very honest channel. So I love that they're not only let me try their product for a long time. Like they sent me first and let me try before I even choose to do the review. And that was actually, amazing. And then once I tested the device, I also asked for a long time to be able to do a very long before and after, and they were okay with it. So a company that is not trustworthy would not let them, somebody do that because they will, not be able to show good before and afters because, it will be enough time. And I think that's why a lot of companies that reach out to me a lot, give me a review within a month. I'm not going to ever tell you a product works if I try, within a week. I don't even take it. Can be sponsor, can be affiliate. I don't take it because I don't want to be dishonest with you guys. So for me, the Medicube worked. And I wanted to do a video, actually. I wanted to title the video that is not a scam. I actually got a little upset when I saw the video because that was before for many months I was saying no to receive the devices, and then I kept watching other reviews that had good results for people that actually use it, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, and it did work. So I do feel like what people feel bad is the marketing, that they put it everywhere, on Instagram, and I feel like they did that because they're a Korean company and they wanted to kind of get known in the US, so maybe that's how they do marketing in the Korea, and it kind of felt like flooded. I felt flooded too on Instagram and everywhere. But the results I got from Medicube are real and their skincare really give results. So, and they're actually like a clinical testing on all the devices. So yeah, check out my review and my results. And I'm not using it right now because I'm testing other things, but I'm going to start using the EMS device for the jaw. And that really gave me a jawline. And I'm going to go back on it and do as a weekly treatment so you can see yourself. And that's why I'm doing the weekly treatments too, because I want to show you guys that it takes time when you try a device, and sharing this experience with you guys, you can see my process of testing, and I can tell you, honest to God, they're true devices, they work. Yeah, what I'd recommend for Medicube, I only tried 2 devices so far. I tried the AirShot device, which is a alternative for microcurrent, and I also tried the AirShot EMS shot, which you can see my before and after blew me away. I stopped using again when I got sick in November. So I'm going to go back on it and do the before and after and do a live tutorial so you guys can see my progress as I get the results, because it did work. For my saggy under chin here, double chin, and also my jaw. You can see my jaw is not a lot not defined anymore because I'm not using it. Again, you have to use it. But once you use consistently, then you can use once a week. I just haven't because, as I mentioned before, I fell off the wagon, guys. And I'm getting back on it and show you this challenge so you guys can see for yourself. Sherry, Darcy, you're the best. You're also great in returning questions. Thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate it. I'm a very honest channel, and I trust you. I mean, I really appreciate you guys. So I would never stray you the wrong way. And that's why I tell you, like, if you like a device, use that for a long time before getting another one. I'm here to share my experience, share my journey, and I'm grateful that I'm able to do this. I really want to do this as a full-time job, and I'm grateful the companies are sending me products to try because a lot of them I truly cannot afford myself, and that's why I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate, you know, I want to give you honest opinion, and I like giving you guys coupon code. Some of them are affiliates, some of them are not. I always make sure the ones that are affiliate, but because I, you know, want to help you guys out. I want to help you get the best results, and I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. I love answering questions. That's why I like these lives, because I'm able to actually answer a lot more than I am on the comments, and I try my best to answer all the comments, but sometimes I don't get through all of them, but when I do, jotting down those things, I'll look into them. Yeah, I have reviews on all of them. Check out my channel with before and afters and my true honest from using it, and that's the only thing I don't agree with Penny, because, yeah, I'll put this here. Penny reviewed the Medicube and she didn't like the device, but liked the skincare. Yeah, the thing with Penny, I love Penny. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and that's why I didn't want to mention names earlier. But she did say she didn't like Medicube, and she talked about the EMS. The EMS device that I tried with the EMS shot, the only thing I agree with Penny is I feel like it is too strong for the eye area. But that is with any EMS devices, which I talk about it. You can use on the eye area, on the forehead. I didn't, and I mentioned the video, I showed the tutorials, like, I don't like it for the eye. I find it's too strong. I find that is the best EMS device I've tried for the jawline. And again, Penny has amazing skin. She looks great for her age. So I feel like for her needs, she might not have seen as much results because she doesn't have the need. She has a good jawline. I have none. So if you see my jawline now, I'm not using it. See, my double chin is back, my wobble wobble, I gain a lot of weight. My jawline is back to not having a jawline. So I want to show you that. So now go watch that video, because I show you this before and I show you my after, and I was blown away. And that's because I feel like Penny doesn't have these needs. She has great neckline, she has great jawline, and she found the EMS device from the Medicube is strong. And I even mentioned in the video, when you start, you're like, whoa, this is too strong, even on level 1. But you get used to it. And as you get used to it, it feels like a massage. I kind of look forward to it with time. But I totally get it. She's an esthetician and she can be skeptical. But I also find if she doesn't have the need and she tests the product, she didn't see the results as much because she didn't have the need. She uses great skincare, great tools. So I feel like that was also something she shared her experience, and is valuable. I love her channel, but I feel like that one, when I watched that video, I actually said no to receive a lot of Medicube products because I was like, no, Penny didn't like it. But then I was like watching other reviews from other people. There are other reviews, not just mine, with great results. And then I kept looking at my jawline. Look, geez. I'm like, as I'm getting older, I'm also losing this definition here, guys. I never really had a neckline. That is because I have a short neck, but I'm losing even more definition as I'm getting older. So just look at this video right now and go look at my before and after from when I was using the EMS shot. It's ridiculous how that worked, and is the best one. I also love the Lumo for the neck, but I love the EMS shot from Medicube because of the way the device is shaped. It really carves your cheek, like your double chin and jawline. So if you have this problem that I have right now, go check my video and you're gonna see my before and after, and it blew me away. And I'm gonna do it again, actually, because I stopped using it. So I want to do it again, maybe as a live, and doing the lives, and you guys will be able to see my progress because it does work. So I feel like that's when I saw the Penny video, I had the same feeling that you did. But I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. They're gonna let me try it. And it worked. And my video is my honest opinion. So I agree with everything Penny said. For her needs, it didn't really show that many results because she didn't have as many. And she was also concerned that it was too strong. But I didn't feel any, and I used for a long time. I also did not feel any bad results after I stopped using it. It just went back to where it was. which again is normal aging. I don't look worse than I did before. So also I can tell you that too, even after you stop, obviously when you use EMS or microcurrent, you're lifting the muscle. If you stop, everything goes back. It's part of aging, is natural. It's like listening to a top dermatologist lecture. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Very informative. Hopefully we can do this more often. Yes, I'm going to be doing the lives every week, so make sure to come back. I love chatting with you guys. I am not an esthetician. I'm not a dermatologist, but I'm a researcher. I research everything I do. When I used to work with computers a long time ago, I taught myself editing at the time. Then I went to school. My boss used to say, you can give Darcy any book and she'll learn, you know, to fly. He used to say that. It was one of my favorite bosses in the world. He actually helped me get my visa to be in the US because I used to, long story short, he was very, very supportive, you know, of me helping get my visa through work. At the time I was in school, and he used to tell me, like, you can give Darcy any book and she'll learn how to fly an airplane. I love learning, and everything I learn is from my research and from my personal experience. So yeah, definitely want to clarify that. But I wish I did dermatologist or esthetician because I love it. But I did something else in my life which also worked. I did filmmaking. I actually did movies a long time ago, and I quit that profession so I can have a baby. And it's a long story. But my other passion has always been skincare, and I actually created my own skincare a long time ago. I used to make my own. I have a long story of that, and that's how I started my channel. If you look at my older videos, I also have a lot of great, like, things you can make it at home for your refrigerator that works. So it's been my passion since I was little, and I love being able to share with you guys, share my passion, share my journey, because I'm finding more needs as I get older. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. I love you so much. And I appreciate you guys and appreciate your trust. And honestly, I'll never betray that trust. So if I say something, it's because I used it from my experience. The same thing I mentioned about Time Master Pro. I cannot tell you it's bad because I haven't used it long term. But for me, give me an acne. My mom did work. But again, that one, I don't have as much research since I haven't used it. And there's not much research out there. So that was my opinion. So I always will give you my honest opinion about my experience. That's what you can trust with my channel. Yeah, I appreciate your academic approach. I can tell you very systematic with this. Yes, I geek out on this information. I actually took a MyoLift mini certification. You can, even if you're not an esthetician, because I love it so much. I'm so in love with microcurrent. It's one of my favorite modalities. I wanted to learn more about it. And that's how I found out about waveforms, about all this technology that is amazing and is available for us, like that we can use it at home and get great results. So I am certified on the MyoLift Mini, and anybody can get the certification, by the way. You just have to pay for the course. But they do have for estheticians as well. But I learned so much with that course, and that's what I try to do with devices. I ask for information whenever, even if I get a sponsorship, I meet with the person. You know, when I did the Lumo, I met with the engineer. I had like a Zoom meeting with him for like hours. Like, I think we're on the phone for 2 hours because I wanted to learn all the technology, because I want to, you know, share that with you guys. When you watch my video, I want to give you extra information so you really know what you're getting and see if that is, you know, for you, because I'm getting the information for myself too. As I said, my channel keep me on track. I'm giving you the same information that I search for when I'm looking for a tool or looking for something. So thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you guys so much. We had such, we had such a great time today. I love hanging out with you and doing this live, and I'm so glad my camera worked. We got to hang out and I answer all your questions. So thank you so much for being here. Now I'm gonna get going and hang out with my son and my family. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and come back next week. I'm gonna always have those lives, and check out my channel and make sure you make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video if it was helpful for you, and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm doing my next live, my next video. And I love you guys so much. I hope you're healthy and safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.